What's up? What's up? It's the Art the Most Experience with Deke. I'm Art the Moats, and that's my main man, Deke.
What's good, bro?
Hey, man. I'm excited, bro. It's a Tuesday morning. We usually don't go Tuesday mornings, post-game recap, but, we are here. I mean, it's a jam-packed day today, too. I'm excited. I mean, obviously, we're going to recap this game. We got a Zach Banner Tuesday, which is going to be dope in terms of how we're going to get that rolling today as well. I mean, this is good vibe so far, man. Can't complain. Had a fun time on the road this weekend as well. We're both back in one piece, not arrested, not injured. We're alive. It was a good time, man. It was a good time.
It was. Green Bay was fun.
Yeah.
And with it being Tuesday, it feels like it's the start of something new this week. It's time to turn a new leaf.
That's what it is.
Yeah. On to Pittsburgh, on to Heinz Field.
That's what
facing
it is.
off against the Broncos. Yep.
I like it, man. I like it. I'm just glad that it's a morning, though, man. Shout out to everybody that's here in the morning with us. Sometimes you got to wake and bake that thing, right? Sometimes you can't just hop right into it after, a performance like on Sunday. Sometimes you need to let it and marinate a little bit. But here we are. So with that being said, we'll start our morning check-in. Then after that, man, we can recap a little bit of our weekend as well because, it was a fun weekend, man. We got to recap that, man. But first off, let us know where you're tuning in from, though, before we get this thing rolling. So time to get the check-in started, baby. Let's go. Where you tuning in from, and we can get this thing going.
Okay, I'll start us off.
All right.
Mike Matizich, 201, Virginville, New Jersey, Wake and Bake. Stephen H., 610, Allentown, PA.
Okay.
And we got Chaz from the 412, North Shore. Freddie G. Did Deke... Wait, Deke did a Facebook shutoff after that loss. Bob O'Neill.
That was on you? I mean,
That's what he's
Facebook
saying.
was down for a while yesterday, man.
313 in here. That's Bob O'Neill. Rod Dollars, always in the house. 330. Youngstown, Ohio. BG, 2 Dope. From the 434, Danville, Virginia, baby. You got any over there?
I like that. Hold on. No. You keep going. I'm still just getting these chats locked in because it looked like you two wanted to give me a little update over here. I was like, hold on now. Don't throw off my super chats this morning. We trying to be smooth sailing today.
219, Cedar Lake, Indiana. That is Adam McDonald. Shout out for tuning in. Baltimore, we got B. Morte, 3800. Tuning in from there.
All right, I'm back. Now I got, let's see, man. Obviously, Juicebox32 tuning in from the 303. We'll hear from him from a little bit. We got Beefy7. He says, in from the +593, Ecuador. You want to give us a time shout out? Ecuador.
It's got to be close to our time. Probably.
Uh-oh.
I don't know what side of South America it's on.
What if it's the east side? It's on the east side because it begins with an E. Ecuador.
It's probably our time. It's probably like the same thing.
Let's go.
I'll take a guess.
Let's go. Ecuador for 3,000.
804. That was close.
Okay.
So it's probably a little bit closer to the center.
Yeah. All right. I like that though, man. Shout out to Beefy7 though, tuning in from Ecuador. We also got Alex Martinez from Houston, Texas, the 713. And then Stiller's Girl 517 tuning in from Lansing, Michigan, the 517. I was gonna say this too, Steelers Girl 517. They don't really like y'all kind in Wisconsin. I noticed it's a ton of Badger fans there. They don't really represent the blue. They don't like go blue. So yeah, you be careful if you ever go down there since you tuning in from Lansing, Michigan. That ain't really their vibe. But we also got Alex Rhodes checking in from Chicago, Illinois. He also says, Ben should have hit Juju. Alrighty then. We got Know Your Boy, South Florida 954. And then DeLorean Waters tuning in from Toledo, Ohio, the 419.
Black and Yellow Texas Steel.
Oh, okay.
210. No Cowboys fan. # Steel Texas Boy.
Okay. Shout out to Steel Texas Boy in the house then.
Lee Cretoville. 330 Warren, Ohio. Lamont Waits. 860 New London, Connecticut. Alan Seitz. 540 Harrisonburg, Virginia.
Hey, go Dukes. Jam, you won this weekend too, by the way.
And Beefy7 saying something here about my call on that time. Saying same time zone, we just don't have daylight savings.
Oh, okay. So it's like Arizona then. Yeah, because Arizona, they don't have daylight savings either.
Arizona?
So, yeah.
Really?
So they're 3 hours behind typically, but then when daylight savings happens, they stay on their regular time. Yeah, and it becomes 2 hours behind. They call it like mountain time or something.
Really?
Like, yeah. I had no clue about it until I was living out there. Obviously, when I was for that season, I'm like, y'all don't change the clock for this? Like, nah. I guess it's like because they said the temperature and like the amount of sun it gets, they don't need to adjust it. Yeah.
Interesting. So I was a little bit closer on that call.
Yeah, man. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
But that's one of those like you would have to be there to know that.
Exactly.
Because I'm sure it's a ton of people that don't know what Arizona is the same concept where it won't shift with daylight savings times.
Interesting.
Yeah, man.
Damon Brown, he's always tuning in. 706 Augusta, Georgia.
Absolutely. We got E. Frizz tuning in from the 904 Duval. No, we got love for Duval County in the building. Andre Peoples tuning in from Camden, New Jersey, the 856. Anthony Michael, the 740 Delaware, Ohio. I've actually never heard of Delaware, Ohio before, but shout out to that place. And then we got K3ENG, or I'm assuming this is King Savani, tuning in from the 301 DMV, man. That's, DC, Maryland, Virginia area and things like that. And then we got Q Ferris, or is that O Ferris? I think it's O Ferris tuning in from that's Connecticut, the 860. All right. All righty. But yeah, man, good weekend though for us, huh?
Yeah, it was. Despite the
everything
outcome.
was good until like Sunday at like 4 or 3:30ish our time there. Everything was good until then, man. Well, actually, no, probably about 4 o'clock because it started out good. It started out really good.
Yeah, it really did start off good. But
man.
It was pretty cool up there, man. We went to Milwaukee. Start off, got some really good food. It's called like Doc's Brewing or something.
Shout out to Doc's. Was it Doc's Smokehouse, right?
Amazing.
Right downtown,
yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Amazing chicken, pulled pork.
It was a vibe, bro.
Fries, mac and cheese. And we went from Milwaukee down to Green Bay.
Yeah.
There's
Stadium view.
There's like a half Steeler party, half Green Bay at this place.
Something, yeah. But shout out to Stadium View, man. And the people that did show up too, man. We ran into, some of the people that be in the chat as well, man. Shout out to y'all, man. It was out there. But Stadium View was a vibe, bro. It was a vibe. Different. Because like you said, it was definitely like Steelers
it was cool.
and Packers in there. But no, it was love, man. It was definitely
it was
love,
really cool. They had a little stage outside. People were going up on stage, going crazy. And then we hit the town later at night. Got a little sauced up.
That's a nice way to put it.
Had some fun. And then woke up next day. We're at the tailgate for the Steelers-Packers game.
Hey, that's how you got to live.
And go into the game. Man. I'll tell you what, though. Lambeau lives up to the hype.
Facts.
A lot of people talk very highly about the stadium.
Facts, man.
It was so cool. It didn't seem as big as Heinz Field.
Yeah.
But they have bleacher seating, and it's like really condensed. It's basically like a bowl.
Yeah. Yep.
And they fit like 80,000 people in there. It was like 79,000.
Yeah.
I was so surprised. But yeah, it was really loud. The fans were, for the most part, pretty good. I think the whole Midwest people being nice is a little overrated, and I'll tell you why. Because the people that are nice, they bring it up to you in conversation. They'll be like, yeah, we're nice here. It's like, all right, you're just trying too hard now. You're trying too hard to live up to the reputation. Man. And then on the other side of it, there were a couple assholes. I'm not going to
lie. I'll say this. From a non-biased perspective, everybody that I read it to was awesome. The only people that I saw that had any issues was when it pertained to, your Steelers love and your love for the quarterback versus the Packers and Aaron Rodgers, from my perspective.
Yeah, I was talking some shit here.
Yeah. So you can't say that they were nice when you take that approach with people. That's all I'm saying, man.
Well, I'm not talking about out at the bars on Saturday night. I'm not talking about that.
I wasn't either. I was just saying in general, man. You come on now.
No, everyone else was pretty nice outside of those two dudes behind us.
Yeah.
They were just doing it unsolicited. They were just talking some shit. I mean, it was ridiculous. And you know what it was, because people didn't see it on the TV.
Yeah,
I was trying to call out some Packers guys for what would it be, unsportsmanlike conduct. It should have got called in the new NFL. And they started chirping at me. But no, it was good. It was a good time. I really had a good time.
It was a vibe, man. No, it definitely was a vibe. But I like watching you out, man.
What do you mean?
Because the same way, just right there, you was already ready to get your defense on, man. Woo! When we be out, boy, you be on 1,000 with your beer protection armor, boy. Hey, it was a sight to see. I enjoyed it though. But man, most people, right? You like, all right, we're gonna go out. Most people, they either go have a little bit more fun and they get sauced up and they looking for like action. Your action, though, I like your action, man. Your action was, hey, think your quarterback's good, huh? See that set? Hey, you like Rodgers, huh? How many rings he has? Huh? Okay. Oh. Hey, I'm not being confrontational or nothing like that, but I'm just saying my quarterback. Okay. I like it though, man. I like the energy, bro.
Well, you know what? I swayed a few Packers fans actually.
You did.
They agreed with me.
I just love it, man. The confidence, even on the road, even in hostile territory. My man Deke is like, nah, bro. 7 the greatest in here. I liked it, man.
I thought we had it, dude. I thought we had it. First quarter. I'm watching the game again today. I'm just like, how did we lose this one? I thought we had it.
It's like that, man.
Overall, awesome trip, though. Awesome trip.
No, it definitely was, man. It definitely was, man. And with that being said, man, we will start this game recap, man. That's what we are calling it these days, even if it is a Tuesday morning. But before we even get started with all that, let me make sure we pay the bills, right? Because usually I wait and I forget, and then I'm like, oh, shoot, I'm scrambling. Let me remember to do this. We just gonna get it out the way. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, today's episode is brought to you by DraftKings. You know DraftKings, and more importantly, their sportsbook, which is the top-rated sportsbooking app in the U.S. because it is safe, secure, and more importantly, it is reliable. And for the first-time users out there, because we know some first-time users, when you are a first-time user, if you sign up and use the promo code Moats, you'll receive up to $1,000 in draft deposit bonus money. Now, what does that mean? Essentially, if you put in $200, well, DraftKings, they're going to look and say, oh, use that promo code Moats. Well, we're going to match that $200 and give you a free $200 to use with your betting and things like that. So, yes, you definitely want to use that promo code. But more importantly, we know at times you could be a little bit, distressed. You might even have a problem, some might say. Well, whenever that is the case, and it can happen, you just read these words right here. You see these numbers. Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Don't keep it in. Sometimes you gotta let it out, Deke. Sometimes you gotta let it out.
For sure. Yeah. Get some help if you need it.
Better out than in. But shout out to the good people over at DraftKings for that right there, man. And shout out to them, man, because we presented them with some good options too, man. Some good hits. Devontae over under 90 receiving yards. He would have been under.
Yeah.
Najee Harris over under 50 rushing yards. He would have hit that. But depending on, we gave you the option if you wanted to go with it or not. That was available to you. Money line Steelers. All right. I had your chance. It was good with that. But the other thing they hit that was funny.
What was that?
1.5 touchdowns. The over under. Total touchdowns for the Steelers. They definitely hit.
Yeah, we got that one from Najee Harris at the end.
They hit.
Jumped over the line.
Yeah. They definitely hit though, man.
But I had the parlay. Jacksonville let me down. Well, Jacksonville and the Steelers let me down. Yeah. But I thought Jacksonville had that game.
Man,
I really did.
I told you was lying to yourself, man. I ain't believe them boys at all.
Pitt hit, though, on the weekend. Pitt's looking good.
They did.
Pitt is looking really good.
Kenny Pickett looking good, too.
I'm trying to temper my expectations. It's hard, though. All they got to do is win this ACC. You never know what can happen. They got to keep this up.
We're going to see, though.
I didn't get to watch the game. For them to only hold Georgia Tech to 21 points, that's pretty good because their defense is looking like it's going to be their Achilles heel. Okay. If the offense can keep playing like this and their defense can just manage,
we're going to see. We're going to see. But what we're not going to do is run away from things that we got to discuss, which was this weekend, man. All right. We got to go to it. We got to just hop right into this thing, man. All right. So with that being said, I see a chat down here. I really can't see what it says. So I will have to pull this up on my phone. But, man, we just got to rip the Band-Aid off, man. I'm ripping the Band-Aid off. Let's get right into this thing, man. All right. So we did have two chats that came in before I could see this name because once I said with YouTube, they got wacky today. For some reason, they like to do that. But first one was from Corey Rayford Jr. And he just says, man, he's checking in from New Orleans, man. That was his free upper room chat. He's been a member for 2 months. Shout out to him for that. But this next one, man, is Caleb Cole. He starts it out by saying, the game boiled down to poor play calling on key plays and poor execution on good play calls.
I will say about the whole play calling thing, I noticed it with the Packers. I don't know what the deal is with what we're doing with some of these short passing screens. they got their receivers out there blocking. I noticed it a couple times with like Devontae Adams, whenever they could get it out to him in a flat.
Yeah.
Whereas it doesn't seem like we have something set up on our end like that, which is a little weird.
So, funny thing, we actually have those exact same play calls. It's just our receivers don't block the same way.
Are we calling the same things then?
100%. So, funny thing, right?
That pisses me off.
Are you ready? So, you remember even the 4th and 4 we threw it behind the line of scrimmage, not this week, but the one to Najee a week ago, right? That design, you could do it two ways. You can have the guys run off. That's what we did. Or you can have them do essentially what the Packers would do it when they say we're going to throw a screen or a now pass. You're not even running routes. You're going to block your guy. So you can't do it. It's just the little differences in that like that. But the receivers have the option. You see with the Packers, they'll do it both ways as well. Sometimes they're running the guys off. Other times they're just saying, we're going to block this guy. But we haven't been consistent enough on the perimeter with that. But at times we do try it. But that's,
Yeah, we didn't execute completely.
Yeah, execution is it's a great way to say that, man. Execution, because and I don't want to say all three phases, but definitely offensively and defensively.
I don't know. Presley Harvin wasn't that good either.
Yeah, well, shoot, you bring up a good point there, yeah. So, yeah, all three phases did. Absolutely, man. The execution wasn't there enough. At times, all three phases did execute, right? But as a whole, you have to do it at a higher clip, especially when you're playing against a team like Aaron Rodgers and the Packers, who we know when they get rolling, they can score. And at a time, it looked like they were about to just keep rolling and rolling. And I thought they kind of like eased off of it, which is cool. I was like, yo, don't keep doing that. Be nice. But yeah, man, execution. All right. We also have Q. Q said, man, wish I had that same energy you have, Moats. Q, man, listen, man, I could come in here and we could be sad. I could come in here and we could point fingers and do the bash game. And we're going to obviously critique. We're going to do that. We got to do that, right? But at the same time, I just feel like it's a better vibe when you're having a little bit of fun while you're doing it, right? If I come in here and it's all just doom and gloom, it ain't going to be fun. You ain't going to want to watch that. Say you're at work right now. Are we going to be helping you out? Or are we going to be making you, a little sad while you're in your place of employment? So that's all we doing, baby. But that's why the energy is what it is. And when you're hanging with Deke all weekend, bro, how could you not be hyped? That's all I'm saying, man. We had big Deke energy all weekend, man. I'm still hungover from the big Deke energy, I guess. But shout out to Stefan Bale also, man. He said that they were tuning in from the 314 St. Louis as well.
I got all the chats too.
Oh, sweet. Okay, bet. Are you at Allen T?
Yeah.
All right, can you rock that one, please?
From the 412 to the 404. I love your show. Shout out to Coach T for having a little fun with his future Hall of Fame quarterback during the game.
What did you make of that, man? I didn't even see it when it happened in stadium, but then obviously once we left and I got on my phone, it did look a little friendly, like extra friendly. Man, it looked like a guy who loves Pittsburgh dad, who spoke very highly of Coach Tomlin publicly. I don't even think I've ever heard Aaron Rodgers speak of Matt LaFleur like that. Who's the Pittsburgh dad equivalent in Wisconsin? I've never heard Aaron Rodgers speak that happily. He was smiling. Just a month ago, he was talking crazy about the whole organization. Now he's over here praising Coach T, give him the Google eyes. I didn't know if that was Olivia he was looking at or if it was Coach T. I just didn't know.
Well, he's got a new chick now.
I can't keep up. Yeah. I can't. Because now I forgot what's the new one now because Danica was the first one. It was Danica, then it was Olivia, then it's the other one. But you're right, he do got the new one. I think
she's an actress, maybe.
I thought that's all he just actresses, models, professionals, like superstars, like kind of like your dating list, the who's of who's. Sure. We get that.
I understand that.
But yeah, man, seeing that, I was like, oh Lord, Aaron, you dirty little dog. He was really you know what it kind of reminded me of? It reminded me low key of like when we would talk about Stephanie at times and you would get all flustered in your face, like looking at Coach T. Did you see Coach T when he hit you with the? Hey, that's what it looked like, bro. I was like, man, all right.
Well, my reaction, I wasn't too fond of any of it.
I bet.
Shoot the rock.
Said I wasn't fond of any of it.
We met him. Super cool meeting y'all this weekend.
We did. You're right.
Yep.
Shout out to Shoot the Rock. Good call.
Hope Deke feeling better. And extra shout out for putting up with me fanboying and my drunk friend at Stadium View. Nah, bro. We appreciate the support.
Listen,
it ain't
man.
like that. No, but they were trying to get us to go to a couple bars that they were going to.
Yeah. Nah, Stadium View was straight, man. It was a vibe out there. Nah, and shout out to Shoot the Rock, man. And trust me, baby, you weren't wrong, man. You were good. Cause you know, when we're all in the same mental space, you know, in terms of having a little bit of that festival or that festive, you know, hydration in you, makes you feel good. Makes everybody feel good. So it was a vibe, man. But shout out to everybody that did pull up, man, at Stadium View, man. Definitely enjoyed that. All right.
Let's go, UW. Good morning from Laramie.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Hayden was robbed. Absolutely.
Yo, have you still?
That was disgraceful.
Seen the sideline copy of it or no?
No.
That's why I just want to see that. I still haven't seen that anywhere.
No, that was disgraceful. Jared Smith, glad I made it for the stream. Wake and bake ready. What do you think the Steelers' offense needs to do to get another win?
Oh, man. Well, in terms of what I think they need to do to get another win, number one, they got to be more consistent. And that's across the board, right? We talk about the quarterback play. First, so you need more consistency with his ball placement. Same thing we said a week ago and the week before that. I mean, that to me is the biggest thing right now. It's not a lacking of strength. It's, you know, just the placement of it. Consistently putting it where it needs to be, not, you know, once every couple of throws. We talk about the O-line. They have to be more consistent up front. I thought that this was probably their best game this season, but still wasn't consistent enough, right? We obviously saw them give up a big time momentum flipping, you know, play where you have a strip sack. Those are things that you can't have happen, especially when you're talking about a team like the Steelers who have a smaller margin of error right now. Go to a wide receiver room. Same conversation, right? When you're open, catch the ones you're supposed to catch. But you also got to win your one-on-ones and get that separation. Doing it consistently, right? We saw them do it at times, right? We saw Deontay have a really nice touchdown catch to start the game. But then we also saw him later in the game where we're needing to, you know, go for it on a fourth down. And he has a couple of mental errors back to back, right? In terms of having was it an incompletion? Then he turns around and has the false start. Or he could have had the first down, got the first down, and then runs backwards to lose the first down. And then you turn around next play and you have a false start. Those are the things that you can't have happen if you want this team to be better, especially offensively, because like we said, we knew that they were going to have some issues, right? We knew that the O-line was going to have growing pains. We said that. We knew that, okay, Ben is getting older. He's not going to be able to do the things that he did 10 years ago. We talked about these receivers in terms of their identity, who was the true number one. So we knew some of these things were already there. But when you add the self-inflicted wounds on top of that, that's when you start to get the offense looking the way that it's been looking these past couple of weeks.
Yeah, good call. I just think in all three phases of the offense, in terms of the offensive line, well, I don't know if I could say Najee Harris. Najee's been fine. But, yeah, offensive line, I think Ben needs to play a little bit better. And then receivers, I don't know. I thought they were decent, though. I thought the receivers were kind of solid.
They did at times. They did.
You're right. Yeah, the Deontay Johnson play going backwards kind of tough.
But that's my thing. It's like, and I got to have a situation. To me, I look at that as a lack of focus, right? Because you have to know down and distance. You have to know time of possession. You have to know, hey, I don't have time to go and juke another guy. I got to get this. And then you compound that error with what? A false start, which essentially makes Coach Thomas say, instead of us attempting to go for it at 4th and 4, at least at midfield, now 4th and 9, and we're on the opposite side of it. I don't want to do that. Let's just go ahead and punt it. It did work out once again, though, by the way, because every time he punts it on 4th down, now it's like the thing, oh man, he's living in his fears. But once again, what was the outcome? A 3-and-out. He knows what he's doing. That's all we're saying. He knows what he's doing. But those are the things that when I think of Deontay, I'm like, that's a little bit of a mental lapse. I know the Juju play, in terms of, was it the throw or was it on Juju? Regardless of
that's the next question, so I could just say it.
Yeah.
Darius Mayo, hey, Master Moats, give your assessment on the 2 passes from Ben to Juju. Who is at fault?
Yeah, so for me, man, I thought the first one, that one I personally thought was on Ben. The second one, I would like to see Juju come down with it. But at the same time, I can understand the argument you can make for either one, right? If you're saying he's an elite receiver, well, elite receivers should come down with those plays, right? If you're saying that this is an elite quarterback, you're saying that he should always put that ball where it needs to be. However we want to make that argument, I get it. And I can agree either way with it. But to me, at the end of the day, You just have to make that play. You make either one of those throws and catches, it's a different ball game. We talk about that field goal, right? In the field goal block in terms of how that played out. But remember, the series before that was the Juju play where you have the throw from Ben and Juju, man, great route. It was open. We talk about Matt Canada's play designs. Don't criticize Matt Canada when we saw on multiple occasions yesterday, guys running open. We talking play design, right? That's a part of play design. Guys running open. So that was there. But you have to connect. And whether that was route running, whether that was quarterback play, you have to connect at the end of the day. So to me, when I think of that, I said, man, you connect on that throw, it's a 14-14 game. You don't connect, you end up getting the ricochet field goal where it goes and makes it 14-10. But now you're in a position where, okay, now the field goal thing does play out the way that it does. But if Juju and Ben connect, it's a different scenario in that part of that game right there. So for me, man, regardless of who you want to point the finger at, I just feel like, man, you got to make that play. You got to. If you want to say that Juju's supposed to be an elite receiver, or if you think Ben is still an elite quarterback. If Ben's the elite quarterback, that throw needs to be on the money. If we look at Juju and say he's an elite receiver, he needs to make the catch. However we want to slice it, yeah, somebody's, somebody a little coming up short there.
Yeah, I'd like both of those plays to be made as well. Problem is, Vince Williams has given me a little too much ammo right now, and I think you may have given me some ammo there, mentioning the second throw, because I think you mentioned the first throw on Juju, and then you mentioned potentially. I could have had a
flip flop, but it's either way. Yeah.
Oh, is that what it is?
I said I could have a flip flop.
Okay.
I know one of them definitely was on 7. The other one, I thought Juju, if you're talking elite receivers, you would like to see him come down with it.
Okay.
But at the same time, it's like you're putting that on him if he's an elite receiver. But I also say if this quarterback is elite, you want a better ball.
Here's what I'm going to say. I view those things more optimistically than people going off the rails, writing off Ben, writing off the season. It's just like, bro, those get connected. You're right. It's a completely different game. Now, I get it. People want to look back on the last couple games and what's been going on recently. Yeah, because Ben hasn't been playing his best. But things just look a little bit off. And I think last game, offensive standpoint, there were some positives to take away with the offensive line. Some of those deep shots that we were taking, it's just like, man, just a little bit. And, that happens. We get the field goal block taken to the house. Refs don't throw the flag. Like, dude, we're just looking at this game completely different. I get it. It's not what everyone wants to hear. I just think it's a combination of various things. We're not getting all the breaks right now. We're not playing our best. Growing pains, but I'm not writing this off, dude. I'm really not.
What? I would hope not. You better not be writing them off, man. Listen, after the way you went this weekend, you better not write them off, man. Heck no.
I'm not.
Heck no. You better not, man. But yeah, that's my whole thought process though with that whole scenario with the Ben and the Juju stuff, man. I feel like you're either gonna get the people that want to, use it to paint a narrative, or you're gonna get the people that kind of take it to my approach. In terms of just
the play needs to be had.
You got to make the play.
Because you have Juju in the press conference afterward. He's blaming himself. Like, I make these plays in practice. Ben's blaming himself. But, yeah, at the end of the day, we're talking just as a Steelers team. Let's make the play.
Yeah.
Let's win this game.
All right, where we at?
Oh, my screen went black.
Oh, man, get your screen, man. Come on now. You fading to black. We talking about Ben, man. Stop that, man. He ain't black all the time just yet. That was the other day. All right, we on B. Quintanar. I think that's what it is. B. Quintanar. Using his free upper room chat. Shout out to him for that, man. He says, Moats and Deke, what's good? Why aren't we chipping D ends or outside linebackers with tight ends and running backs to help the O-line with pass protection?
I did hear Romo saying that in the broadcast as I was watching today.
Yeah, Romo talked about it. I mean, that's a basic concept that, you should do if your O-line is at times inefficient, right? Or at times they struggle with protection, especially our tackles, right? Which is the case. But the problem with that is when you chip those guys, they will be a little bit later into the routes, right? Now, the reason I always had the issue with that with the Steelers is because this year, if we were utilizing our tight ends a lot more and they were more focal points of our offense, I could see the case of why you wouldn't want to use those guys to chip the D ends. But we don't really target our guys. We don't target our tight ends. We don't really target the middle of the field, where that's the part that's affected the most by chipping guys. So it's kind of like if you're not going to utilize them in that part of the field is what you're trying to get by letting them release on schedule. If you're not even going to do that, then yes, go ahead and chip. That's why Romo kept bringing it up, because it's like, you're not throwing there anyways. These guys staying in and chipping and then releasing after the fact, helps you so much more because it at least gives Ben more time. Now, I still don't feel like time was the biggest issue because when you look at the sacks and the pressures and even the QB hits, it wasn't as if Ben was under duress the whole game. That wasn't the case at all. I mean, neither was Rodgers when you think about it. You know, that's the crazy part. But to me, that's kind of the thing that I would like to see if they're not going to utilize those tight ends more. Now, we did, shout out to Ingram. He made his catches yesterday, man.
It's a clutch catch.
He made his catches yesterday.
That's a nice one.
He made his catches.
In traffic.
Yeah, but it's like if we're not going to utilize them more, then yes, use them more in protection, right, to chip and release. But if we are going to utilize them more, then no, I don't want to see them chipping those guys because that will hold them back. And I feel like with a guy like Pat and a guy like Ebron, they are dynamic in terms of their route running. They can create separation and win. Now, are we going to start getting them the ball more? Only time will tell. But to me, I still think that they could be more of a weapon and a better asset if we actually utilize them versus keeping them in to chip and then release after the fact.
Got you.
Yeah.
Now I'm at Brady Howe here.
Yep,
I don't know if I skipped anything.
No, you're perfect. Yeah.
Is he up?
Yeah, because
okay, he's next.
Yeah, because you already asked about Darius Mayo, and that was the Juju and Ben situation. Yep.
Got you. He says, saw on Twitter, quoted by Batch, that Ben is not allowed to change the play at the line. Okay. Your thoughts on this? Is this true? Should Ben have that capability?
Put it like this. When he says
that's shocking to me if that's the case.
I don't necessarily think it's shocking though, and this is like when we just talk about it because having conversations with Charlie, it basically says because of the new system and things like that, it's just a little bit more structured. And when you think about what people criticized 7-4 a year ago was what at times lack of structure, his ability to just call whatever he wanted to call, drawing it up in the dirt, so to speak, right?
We might need more of that.
I mean, we hear you, but those results didn't breed wins because he wasn't doing that until the end part of the season last year.
We need some combination of both then, because some of these fourth down plays, if that's the case, like I don't like that.
Yeah, but who just assumes it's fourth down plays he's talking about?
What are you saying by that then?
What are you saying? Because you were right to fourth down plays.
Yeah, because I don't really like those play designs then on fourth down.
Yeah, but that doesn't have to do with. I mean, how do we know that's not 7 anyways?
That's what I'm saying. This comment's shocking to me.
Okay.
I would have thought like Ben be able to make checks at the line or do whatever the hell he wants. But if that's not the case,
I would have to hear the context because from when I've talked to Charlie, like what he's saying is this, right? In terms of his ability to just call whatever he wants at the line, he does not have that freedom in Canada's offense. That's what he's had in the past where he could literally come up there 1 through 60, call whatever. Right now, it's more structure. So
what he was saying like about the 12 plays is accurate.
Right. It's like more of a menu. Like, this is what you're allowed right here. This is what we want you to get done right here. I mean, but some of the things have been said about, was that when Rodgers first was getting into Matt LaFleur's system that first year, same thing. And that's what he said in year 2, he was a lot better in it, more comfortable and actually like knew it to the point where he could start doing more of those checks. But that
was 2019 to
that's
2020.
That is common.
There's a difference right there.
So that's the only thing. So with that could very well be the case, man. Very well be the case.
Wow. That's interesting. I don't know how to feel about that right now.
I mean, but you got to think though, right? From your perspective, you look at Ben optimistically, right? So you feel like he should have that leeway. I'm sure it's a lot of people out here that look at Ben the other way, right? And they're saying, well, hey, man, we don't need more Ben. We don't need more of him having control. It needs to be less, and more. I mean, less, like, so it just depends on who you're talking to, how they want to spin it.
Right, exactly. Because a lot of people are still blaming Ben, though. You know what I mean?
See, even though that, but I still see a lot of people that blame Canada.
Right.
And it's like, who's been the common denominator these past couple of years, right? Or in terms of what people have been complaining about with 7, right? Especially this 2-year window. Canada wasn't the common denominator with that. That's my only thing.
What I mean whenever I say blame Ben, that he's basically controlling all of Canada's offense and Canada doesn't have any say in this.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? Whereas, like, all right, we hear that quote right there. That's definitely not the case. If he has his 12 plays, the menus, can't be making certain checks at the line.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I wouldn't have expected that at all.
Yeah. But does he still have to hit the throws he has to hit? Absolutely. I mean, what we're sitting here talking about is kind of minuscule in terms of the big picture because we got to talk the 4th and 4s and stuff like that when you're not hitting on wide open touchdown passes, right? If you're hitting on the wide open touchdown passes, no one cares about these calls right here. No one cares about if he can check or not check if he's hitting those throws. That comes up though. Why? because now we're like, okay, we're not scoring here. All right, we didn't hit there. Well, what can we get on there? You know, let's get on this right here. Like, that's just, you see how we, you know.
This is how it is, though, bro. Like,
but that's the part that's funny to me, because it's all of a sudden now is the play calling is a Canada, and it's like, no, why is it that all of a sudden? Like, guys weren't running open on numerous occasions.
It could be part of it, though.
Like, guys weren't running open on numerous occasions, though.
But that's nuance, and that's not what people just want to blame one person for all this. I'm just like, bro, there were some good signs.
Mm-hmm.
If Ben and Juju connect on some of those, it's a different story. The refs don't throw the flag on that field goal block. Also, maybe if they throw the flag on some of those pass interferences. Yeah. But, man, I'm looking at this one a little bit more optimistically than some other people.
Good.
I really am.
And also, don't forget, man, today is a Zach Banner Tuesday, all right? And that is for members, though. Remember, members only. Members only, the only ones who could be on that call. So we will start that call at 12:20, all right? Or, excuse me. We start that portion at 12:20. So just a quick update. When we do, get to that part, we will end this live and then come back with a separate one for the members only. So if you're not a member and you want to be on that call live with Zach Banner at 12:20 today, you might want to go ahead and get locked into this thing, all right? Because I do see a ton of members up there. And it's a good thing that we are having our live this morning, because sometimes people are like, yo, I didn't get the notification that y'all were going to be doing it. I know it's Tuesday. I missed it. Well, now you're good. So if you're a member, just remember, stay on and you're good, all right? At 12:20, we will be shifting that over to the members only section, so that way we can hear from Zach Banner today as he recaps us a little bit about the game. And we get to hear from him since he came back to practice last week, man. See where he's at in terms of his progression, right? Because hopefully he'll be back soon. And as we know, Neil O-line hope.
Paint coach, this is just what we were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Our offense looks the exact same as last year. Is it possible that Ben isn't on board with Canada's play calls and is changing them or calling his own plays?
Yeah, so he's not changing his own
calls.
Based
off what Batch is saying, that's not the case.
Yeah, so if Charlie says that, man, I trust Charlie, because we know Charlie, and I know Charlie, he's still very, very much connected right there. So, yeah, man. But
he's not a guy just throwing out hot takes either.
No. We like Charlie, man. We like Charlie.
Steelers Girl 517 just showing some support here.
Shout out to her, man. Yes, indeed.
And then we got Stephon Bale. Love Deke energy, rattling my guy Ben. But even Juju was looking at Ben like, bro, if I knew you was going to be this trash, I would have just left in free agency. What do you think our record is by season end now?
You sticking with yours, right? You still on schedule. You said
I'm on schedule for 13-4.
Yeah, we on schedule, man. You good.
Listen, right now, 1-3. Division could still be attainable. I don't know what record that is, though. Is that maybe 10-7, 11-6?
Everybody else is 3-1 right now.
They're 3-1, but Browns still have a ton of tough games left. I was looking at their schedule. They've played cupcakes all the way this far. So we play everyone in the division.
What is a tough game and what isn't a tough game?
Oh, they played some trash teams, dude.
Ooh.
I'll pull them up, but I checked before. I just want to. I want to get these teams right though.
I just want to hear, how we.
One of them was the Texans.
I'm just trying to figure out how we view a team as trash.
And I'm not gonna say the Vikings are trash. They beat them last game, barely though.
14-7. Does it sound like a good defensive game?
Barely. Oh crap! This is just garbage. Google, whenever you try to type in these team schedules, man, the formatting gets all botched up. But here we go. Okay, they played Jacksonville.
Okay.
Barely beat the Giants. No, is this last year? This is preseason. Chiefs.
Okay.
I'm just laughing. I went through their preseason schedule. Okay. They lost to the Chiefs. They beat Houston. They beat the Bears. This was the Justin Fields debacle. And they barely beat the Vikings last week.
You said they played cupcakes. Those
are.
Man, stop it, bro.
Those are, dude. I mean, they lost to the Chiefs. They actually probably should have won that one. Baker let them down the stretch.
Okay.
But Texans, yeah, dude, that's bad.
But no, that was Tyrod Texans. That's the game he got hurt, too. Think about it. That's the game he got hurt.
Bears with Fields, the whole debacle with the coach. What? Vikings 14-7. They got a tough stretch ahead, and we play the Ravens later in the season. Ravens haven't been looking like that amazing either. They almost lost. They should have lost the Lions. So
they won yesterday, right?
They did.
Yeah.
Listen.
3-1. How we 1-3? Talk about these teams they played to bite.
I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward. I'm looking for reasoning to have hope here and why we could win this division. Now, what could the record be? 10-7, something like that. It might not be what I initially projected. Might have to
Man, you're
pivot a little bit
supposed
there.
to hold strong with that until something happens. Otherwise, you can't lose your faith.
I care about playoffs. I care about winning the division and eventually the Super Bowl. So me pivoting a little bit isn't taking that off the table. Not taking that off the table. So we're looking at division right now. I don't even care if we get in as a wild card, to be honest with you. Okay. Whatever it takes right now. Let's get right by the bye week here. Let's get to 3-3, and then let the chips fall as they may.
Fair enough.
That's all I'm thinking right now.
Fair enough.
What was that? That was his question, right?
Yeah. Did you change your prediction or anything? So that is a yes. You are changing your prediction.
Record-wise, 13-4.
Because it's still on the table.
It's still on the table. I care more about making the playoffs.
So is that a yes? You are changing your prediction then?
I guess I'm not changing my Super Bowl one though.
So you are changing your 13-4 though.
Sure.
Okay, just checking. All right, fair enough.
Does that matter?
No, I was just wondering, man.
Yeah,
I've just never.
My main thing's making the playoffs.
I've just never seen you switch your prediction before. That's all, man. Usually like hold strong, even when it was 16-0, they won't anymore. You were still holding strong, like they winning every one, man.
Well, I'm gonna predict them probably to win every week, but this is
good
a whole
opportunity this week though, right?
Oh yeah, I think next 2 weeks at home.
Drew Lock, man, we should definitely have the better quarterback this week.
Seahawks
we should definitely have a better
vulnerable.
quarterback this week,
bro. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
we're at home too.
Yeah,
right the ship at home.
I like the quarterback matchup this week. I do. Next week, I don't want to talk about next. I like this week's though, man.
I'm taking it game by game.
Yeah, that's what I say. I like this week, man. This is the week right here.
It's a long season.
This is the week,
but I'm taking it game by game. Focused on the now. It's Tuesday right now.
Yeah.
I got to do whatever I got to do on Tuesday.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is. I might have to check the tapes even for myself. I might need to be better.
You might need to, man.
I might need to be better. I might be the one that's holding us back. I got to take some responsibility. So Tuesday, as we sit right here.
Maybe it's the hat.
I like this new hat.
Where's the Big Ben hat? Is it retired?
No, not at all.
Okay. Did you bench it?
No.
You benched the Big Ben hat for the new hat.
No, I do like this new hat.
Is that the hat you got? That's the hat you got this weekend, bro.
Yeah.
So you benched 7 for the new hat.
No, my rotation's been that Pirates hat a lot. I've been rocking that Pirates hat probably the most.
All right.
Throw in the 7 hat here and there. I got another Steelers one that's Carhartt.
So are you saying that the depth chart should reflect how you rotate through your hats? Is that what you're implying? That maybe we should try something new? I'm just okay. I didn't know if that was like a subtle sign.
No, this was just more, hey, we're on the road.
Okay.
I want to buy a hat.
Okay.
And 2, because I didn't bring a second hat. I just brought my Pirates hat.
Yeah.
I didn't really want to rock the Carhartt one. I was like, you know what? When we go out on Saturday night, I want to have something Steeler just to let people know. Because maybe they don't recognize the Pirate P.
You really left the 7. Like, man.
No, it ain't like that. It ain't like that.
Wow.
No, because if anything, whenever I've been rocking this Pirates hat, Ben has been the starter. So
you didn't even have a 7 jersey this weekend. Oh man!
I told you, you wear the Kevin Dotson at 6'9". I think that's the road jersey.
Oh, I don't know if it's the road jersey right now.
I think that's the road jersey.
People weren't too happy with him either. Lord, man.
He got hurt too.
Yeah, man.
How's he looking? Did they come out with any announcements?
We should hear from Coach T. Remember, it's early right now. We're early.
We're 2 ahead of the game.
Yeah, we're 2 ahead right now. But when we switch over to the upper room portion of this thing with Zach Banner at 12:20, that's when we hop on and we have the press conference plan. Because remember, Coach T speaks on Tuesdays at 12.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll hear it back. Yep.
All right. I saw Damon Brown.
All right. Yep. That's where we're at, man. You were good.
And I lost that chat. I'm sorry.
Oh, you did? Okay. I got it down.
I'm at Jordy K 11.
All right. Hold on. I get you real quick. So Damon Brown, he says, when you talk about the 2 misses to Juju, I feel like that's where we missed having Claypool on the field. With 11's height and speed, he makes those catches. A lot of bad luck shaking my head. Yeah, Damon, I mean, that is a great assessment right there, right? Bigger receiver, faster receiver. Yes, easier catch. But the rebuttal to that is better quarterback accuracy. It doesn't matter who you're throwing to, right? Because as a quarterback, you can't say I'm only throwing passes for 6'5", 4.4 speed wide receivers. No, you got to put that ball in the framework of whatever receiver it is, right? If it doesn't matter if it's Deontay Johnson, if it's Juju, if it's James Washington. I mean, we saw that with Rodgers, right? In terms of how he could hit Devontae, how he would work to Randall Cobb, right? But even with 7, funny thing is, as bad as he had, in terms of how bad he was yesterday, right? In terms of the accuracy issues, he still has some beautiful throws. I mean, 2 prime examples. I think of the first miss that he had to Juju in the second quarter, right? Where does he miss him? A little high, right? And that would have been 20, 30 yards down center middle of the field, right? You look at him in the fourth quarter to pass to James Washington. Different route, but the ball's in the exact same spot it's supposed to be. But this time he hit somewhere right in the chest, right on the numbers. The timing off the pump fake, he was decisive with it. So when we talk about 7, it's like, man, you see pieces of it, but it just isn't there enough right now. And that's my only issue when we're talking about that play with Juju. You got to hit that. And he can't hit it because he hit that throw to James Washington later in the game. But when you talk about the difference between your top tier guys right now, they're doing it more consistently. And 7, as we saw yesterday, is just not consistent enough right now.
Well, I was going to say, my thing with the accuracy is let the season play out a little bit. Let the season play out. Because I do think Ben needs to play a little bit better. At the same time, we have had a lot of drops. And really minuscule misses yesterday because Rodgers missed a lot though. And you look around the league, Baker Mayfield's looking like trash. A lot of these dudes, it's just, I don't know if it's because we're in Pittsburgh right now, we're losing because winning changes everything.
Okay.
Packers won yesterday. Who gives a shit about some of the misses that Rodgers had? And winning's the main thing. I wouldn't care either. Same thing about a bunch of these dudes.
Eyeball test.
I'm just saying.
How did Rodgers look to you?
I see misses. Dude,
eyeball test.
I'm just
asking, how did he look?
Here's what I'm going to say. No, he looked good. He was fine. Ended up winning the game, like I said. I just don't think there's anything that Rodgers did yesterday outside of maybe the sneak. But that's his game.
Okay.
Been his game way more than has been Ben as of late, at least.
Okay.
Being able to scramble out of the pocket, be a little bit more mobile. How open those dudes were yesterday with the Packers, like I just don't think there's anything that Rodgers did that Ben couldn't do if he was in that situation. That's all I'm saying.
He hit the open throws.
He may have hit 1 or 2 more throws that game, but he still missed a lot.
He hit the open throws though. And I will say his misses were influenced by pressure as well, whereas Ben's misses were not influenced by pressure. The pass that he missed to Tanya with Devin Bush is on him, it's a heck of a rush by Melvin Ingram. If Melvin doesn't rush like that, that's a touchdown. Guaranteed. We talk about the Joe Hayden PBU to Tanya. It looked like Rodgers was lazy as heck and just lofted it up there. If he throws like he wants to throw it, it's a touchdown as well. That's all I'm saying. It looked like he didn't even care almost at that portion of the game. I think I said that to you in the stadium. I don't know if you remember it, though. But it's just like he didn't even care. He was kind of like, all right, I'm just here. I'm just throwing it up there. But on his misses, though, or even the 4th down, right, where Randall Cobb puts his hands up, he's going to Devontae. Devontae is what? Open. That's going to hit him dead in the chest. That's my only thing, man. I get how you're spinning it. But to me, I thought it was night and day when Rodgers missed versus when Ben missed.
My only point is there's a lot of quarterbacks that mess around the league. It happens. My point is it just happens. Mm-hmm. I would like to have Ben hit a little bit more than what he has been. Mm-hmm. Let's just let the season play out. Because there were things in yesterday's game. I just think the offense could start clicking here coming soon.
Well, I just hope he hits a lot more. You keep saying a little. I need him to hit a lot more. If he hits a lot more, I think it's a different day, different game. Because it was, I know we talked drops. I don't remember a ton of drops yesterday either, though.
No, I'm not saying that.
Okay.
No, I'm not saying drops.
Well, because you said that earlier when you were talking about, you was like
in the past.
Oh, okay. You were saying cumulative.
In the past couple games. And I'm not saying Ben played his best those last 2 games either.
Yeah.
And I don't want to keep saying this as the season goes on. Like Ben needs to play a little bit better, especially in yesterday's game with the offensive line, how they performed. But really, all we're talking about is those 2 Juju throws. Then that's it.
Well, what about when he skipped the one to
Deontay? And these are like
what about the skip
right
to
over
Deontay?
His hands.
He skipped one to Deontay. It was like a 4-yard out.
Right, but this is what I'm saying. I could point to probably a Rodgers throw where
he wasn't skipping. He did not. I watched. He did not.
Dude, but we don't want to talk about Rodgers. We could talk about any of these quarterbacks around the league, and no one is criticizing them like they are with Ben.
Well, because
I'm saying,
though,
I don't know if it's just Pittsburgh.
No, it's expectations.
We're hypercritical.
Expectations, right?
We're watching 100% of the snaps that we're playing.
It's expectations. What are the expectations with 7? When you speak of 7, do you speak of 7 as a mid-tier quarterback, or do you speak of him as an elite quarterback?
And this is what I'm saying. He is not playing as good as I projected coming in. I want him to play better.
Though, but this is why 7 is criticized. We don't have to criticize Drew Luck because Drew Lock isn't viewed as an elite quarterback. Teddy Bridgewater, we don't criticize him because he's not viewed as an elite quarterback. You come up here every week and do what? Say 7 is a elite quarterback. So if you're going to say he's an elite quarterback, well, he's going to be viewed and held to the same standard as other elite quarterbacks. So I don't care about any of these other guys. When we talk 7, I'm comparing him to Ben. I'm comparing him to Rodgers, Mahomes, Brady, any of the elite tier, Josh, I'm comparing him to those guys. I don't care about 7 versus Baker Mayfield because I don't view Baker as elite. So when you bring him up, it's like, okay, that's more of a knock on 7 that you're comparing him to that guy. That's all I'm saying.
I'm just talking about the criticism because we could even bring up Brady though. Like he didn't have his best game in that Sunday Night Football. They won though. They won. That's the difference right now.
But even with his not best throws, he still hit AB on a dime in the end zone that should have been caught. That changes it as well. That makes his numbers look even better. That's all I'm saying.
But then the other argument is, that, I mean, he's got a lot more help in Tampa. That's the other argument.
But
I don't want to keep doing this. I don't want to keep doing this. My main thing is for the people writing Ben off so quick. It's like, bro, we're talking about like 6 inches on those 2 throws with Juju, and it's like a completely different story. I don't want to keep saying this, but I don't, because those actually look like decent passes. He just barely missed, dude. He's barely missed. And there's arguments that, like you said, it could have been on Juju a little bit too.
Okay. We don't criticize Juju the same way because I don't view Juju as an elite top tier, top 5 receiver. So I don't care if he didn't get. My expectation is for Juju to make spectacular plays. If my expectation is this quarterback is elite, I expect him to put that ball where it needs to be. That's kind of how I feel. And I do hold 7 to a higher standard than I hold Juju. I think I've been on record plenty of times about that also. That's all. But I get you though, man. Let's go. What we got next, man? Scott Mitchell. All right. Scott Mitchell, baby. I see you in the building. He says, I don't care how it gets done. Keep our defense off the field. Time of possession needs to be a big priority. We need our defense for a championship run. Now, I agree with that, but some of those issues boil back to what we were talking about offensively, right? Consistency up front. You got to run the ball better. Now, I thought they did a lot better this game. Like we said, this was probably their best game they've played up front. But it has to be more consistent, not just in running the ball, but in the pass protection, right? That keeps them on schedule. Excuse me. And then not just keeping them on schedule because you don't want to have a ton of 3rd and longs. Even the Packers, right? We talk about, or people, we're bringing up their 3rd down completion percentages, but they got the ones that were manageable. 7 yards or less or 6 yards or less, they were completing those, and they should. But any of them that were longer, 3rd and 9, 3rd and 12, 3rd and 10s, they weren't hitting on any of those. And that's because the defense was good on 1st and 2nd down. They kept them off schedule. Our offense right now, we don't consistently stay on track. We get into a lot of 3rd and longs. Our offense isn't set up for 3rd and longs. So when I think of that, that's another reason why our defense is playing a lot more snaps. We can't keep it consistently offensively. And like I said, it's the popcorn effect, right? First it's a throw. Then it's a missed assignment up front. Okay, then it might be this guy got beat. And now before you know it, you're punting again. So those are the parts, man, for us, man. When you talk about just keeping that offense on the field or keeping the defense off the field and keeping our offense on, I just think we just got to continue with our consistency. Less about skill level right now. Just play to what you're capable of every play and effort-wise as well, because effort was better. I'll leave it at that. Effort was better. But we need it every time.
I was gonna mention something about the defense because I didn't think they played that good.
I did. I'm thank you. I wanted to go there. I didn't want to go there.
Their RBs just gashed us. Yes. But you're right. We set them up in bad spots at times because the fumble. It was almost like the Ben pick last game. It's like a free 7 points in a way. Granted, we should have got the stop. It should have only been 3 because Terrell Edmonds got burnt on that one. Randall Cobb. And I'm watching it today. And it looks even worse on TV than it was at the game because it looked like he was supposed to play inside. At least that's what Romo was saying.
Yeah, so
he got completely burned. It was almost like a double coverage kind of.
No, so it wasn't double coverage. It was a regular man coverage, but Edmonds was the whole player. So you saw Norwood had outside leverage. So if Cobb would have went up or outside, Norwood's going to stay with him the whole time. When he goes inside, Edmonds is going to basically cut, where he'll take on that coverage responsibility and run with him. Problem was this. Edmonds was just too heavy. In terms of not body weight, but like his leverage. Cobb was going to be, if he wasn't going vertical, he was going to be doing something coming across that field fast. He was so heavy, though, in terms of almost head up with Cobb that by the time Cobb decided to break in, he was beat based off of his alignment. Less of it wasn't a ability issue. It was just a predetermined, like, man, you shuffled over a little bit too far. If he stays just heavier inside, now Cobb can't come flat across like that. He's going to have to either stutter and then try to go underneath, or he's going to stutter and then try to go over top of Edmonds, make it a little bit more of a difficult throw. To me, that was what it was. It was just a quick, You shuffled a little bit too far, and now you're in chase technique, and you're chasing Randall Cobb. Randall Cobb, short area quickness, he's going to win that. So I didn't think of it as super egregious by Edmonds in terms of a knock on his ability. It just looked like a little bit of a technique flaw. But when you talk about consistency, that's the difference, right? You got to know when you're going against a guy like Cobb, when you're playing that type of coverage, man, you got to be on every single time. And when you talk about consistency, that's another example of it right there.
Yeah, 131 yards on the ground they got against us. We did keep Devontae Adams in check, but there was a play or two. It just seemed like he could get whatever he wanted.
Bro, I felt like that first one that he hit on Cam's set in the back shoulder. Yeah. I just felt like that was one of my moments where I'm like, okay. So they basically just said if they want to do this, they can do this whenever.
But then he didn't get anything, and it was more like Aaron Jones catching passes, Randall Cobb. The other dudes were making plays, and then there was another catch or two by Devontae later. He only ended up with like 60 yards. But yeah, it was both. It was both the running game, and it felt like in opportune times they were just getting wide open to get those first downs. We put them in bad spots. The Presley Harvin punt for like 20 yards gave him basically another like 3 points. Ended up being a touchdown. No, that was a touchdown. Right. Yeah. We were just. How do I want to put it? We didn't play the game right. The game of like points, possessions, timing.
Yeah, we weren't
going into halftime and then right after halftime, and that's how the game got a little bit more out of hand.
Absolutely, man.
Because I felt like the game was so much closer in the first half.
It was. I mean, the 2 plays, or actually the 3 plays that I really thought changed the perspective of the first half was the strip sack.
Yeah.
The miss to
they got the touchdown right
after that. The strip sack, the miss to Juju, and the field goal block. Those 3 calls right there, I mean, that's
all of a sudden we're up 24-7 or something like that.
It's night and day. Now, we could say 2 of them was self-inflicted. One was a janky call, right? And I say janky, using it loosely, just because I don't like the call. And unless somebody was lined up offsides, and I just haven't seen a down the line sideline, which you would think the NFL should have a down the line sideline copy, right? If you're gonna make that call, I just want to see.
Think they will? I don't think they will.
I don't think they will, but I'm just like, man, I would hope that somebody or something, just so I can see, like, maybe somebody was lined up offsides. I don't know, because I don't see anything other than that would make me, say he was offsides. But from personal experience, what we can say is this, and this is actually why you would see Joe and Minka lined up a yard back, right? We've done that before with Danny Swift. Danny is great in terms of identifying tips, ball snap keys in terms of field goal protection, whether it is a snapper, right? Snapper might wiggle his fingers before he goes to snap it. A lineman, right? They might twist their feet, dig them in a little bit before the snap, or the holder. He might have a little tip. Now, not everybody has it, right? But certain guys have it. And Danny Smith, he's usually awesome in terms of identifying these things. And we've had blocks, or we've had excellent jumps, or even have called fakes based on this information. But we've also known that the referees are prone to throw the flag just because the optics of, even though a guy, when you slow it down, he's not offsides, your typical field goal format, right? You don't usually see a guy flash or guys flash before everyone else. It's usually everybody's moving at the same time. So what we had in the past was when guys would get great jumps, they were getting flagged just because they were the first to move, even though the ball was on and everybody was good, just because of how fast they triggered. So we said, okay, we'll have you line up a yard back. So now when you trigger, we let the referee know, hey, don't call this. This guy's back and you should be good. Now, I'm sure Danny Smith went over there to that referee and told him that same thing. And you saw Minka and Joe, what? They were aligned back further than everyone else. So once again, unless one of those linemen that were on the interior part were in the neutral zone, I can't see how they could call that. I personally can't, man.
I can't believe, I don't know if this is the case or not, with it being in 2 minutes. I don't know if we could have challenged it if it was outside of 2 minutes, or even if that is a challengeable play.
I don't think it's not challengeable. I've never heard offsides being like reviewed or not.
Well, yeah, I guess they would have done it in the, what was it, that Chiefs Patriots game?
Right,
the AFC Championship
they don't
game?
because that was Frank Clark, that one where he was lined up in the neutral zone. Yeah, but
that actually was the case though, right?
He was lined up.
It's not like looking back that was a bad call,
right? But they never challenged it, and in the moment, people was like, "What the heck?" But then when they showed the slow mo, this down the line. That's what I'm looking for, the down the line, because that will let you know, like, because the angle that everybody is showing is still from above high. So you can't see helmet or hand in terms of the interior guys. Helmet and hand. I mean, there's times I watch TJ. He's lined up in the neutral zone. He gets away with it because it's TJ Watt. No different when you talk about some of these premier tackles. They'll be lined up in the backfield at times. And you're like, bro, he ain't even on the line of scrimmage right now.
They give him a warning or something.
Right.
Say like, hey,
but with certain
back
players,
it up a little bit.
But with certain players, they kind of get that luxury. We would always complain about Joe Thomas. We're like, bro, this dude, like, he's already elite, and now you're letting him be back. And at times, he was getting off before the snap. But because of who it was, referees gonna allow that. So with certain players, you get away with it, but on field goal protections and field goal blocks,
he probably makes it look good
right,
too. Like it's all in
exactly. So
he's that much of a pro,
right? So when you thinking about this, right, and the reason I'm bringing it down like that is so you can understand as a ref, right, when you're out there and these are your keys, you're looking right here. This is what you're focusing on. It's hard to see this and that, right? And when it flashes like how it did, if they just err on the side of it had to be. And that's how it could have been. But
which
until
is
we
bullshit,
can,
man.
I agree.
That's terrible.
I agree, but that is a part of that though, because you're here and you just see flash. You don't know what else, so you'll just hey, it had to be somebody off. And 9 times out of 10, it usually is somebody off. Yesterday was like the rarity. 9 times, like think about this, right? Out of all the field goals you've seen, how often has a guy had a great jump and not
like
been
impossible?
offsides?
Yeah.
So if you're that official,
yeah, he was right there. It's almost
right.
like you're lined up offsides and Madden. You know, when you're just trolling someone.
Yeah, so if you're that official, you have to be saying, bro, hold on. It's no way I saw that right. Hold on. I gotta throw it. I just got to. Because if you don't, and he was offsides, now if you're Green Bay, imagine what they're saying. Yo, you just killed this.
That's why that needs to be challengeable. That really needed to be. Like, hey, let's just look up at the booth and make sure this is right.
Right. But so it's just think, right? Because if you're Green Bay and they let it ride and we come back and it shows, hey, man, this guy was early. Which, like we said, the majority, 99% of the time, they are early. Yes, it was perfect for us, but most of the time they are early. And that happens, and that referee doesn't throw it, man. They're killing that referee. Green Bay is going nuts, and the game probably is different. Not saying that winning and losing changes, but the flow of it definitely changes. It's night and day.
I feel like we could have been getting back to the running game a lot more in the second half then, because we would have been up, 17? What was it, 17-14 we would have been up then. It was a 10-point swing. Because they got 7. It
was 14-7 when it happened.
Right.
Yeah. So it would have been that would have tied it up. It would have been 14-14 for us.
We had 4. No, we had 10. We had 10, right?
No, it was 14-7 at the time, I thought.
I think it was 14-10.
No, you're right, because we did get the field goal. Yeah.
It was boss. 14, so 14-10. It goes from 17-10 them versus us being up 17-14.
17-14. Yeah.
As much as I don't want to be hanging my hat on field goal blocks and these block punts, like game in and game out, to change the tide and make sure, because I don't want to be doing that.
Yeah.
In that particular game, that would have made a big difference in the second half, I think.
Yeah. So you said Danny Smith needs a raise.
Hey, man.
He got us out of Buffalo, and you're telling me he would essentially been the reason we got out of Green Bay. So my man need a raise, man.
I knew there was a conspiracy going on.
For all this hatred that Danny Smith gets. I'm right. It was a conspiracy going on, man.
Dude,
I'm glad you said that,
I was telling you, they weren't showing the replay in the stadium.
'Cause
I get it. You have that home field advantage and the right to do that or not. Yeah. But as a Steeler fan there, it's like, okay, there's definitely a reason you're not replaying this right now. And then a lot of people on Twitter were saying it was right.
Hey, Danny Smith for president, bro. You saw what Danny... And he got Boss hitting from 56 and from 52 back-to-back weekends, bro. Think about that. Danny Smith for president, man.
McLeod looked a little decent.
Come on, man. Give my man Danny
He almost broke one or two.
We called it, too. We called it. We said that coverage
even
unit
the Packers fans in the stands were like, oh, man, janky, watch this, bro.
Oh, man. They janky, dude. We had them. And, funny thing, man, I was even thinking about... in terms of the defense, right? And this is one of the things I had to do with the Steelers. We was talking about some of the keys for the game. We was talking about Minka creating turnovers, creating splash. He had 2 opportunities. No. He had 2 opportunities, though. He had, obviously, the block field goal, which would have been the biggest splash. Block field goal, scoop score, crazy. But, bro, he should have had a pick.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. He should have had a pick. It hit him right in the hands.
Yeah.
God dang, man.
Joe, too, that one time.
Yes.
He just didn't turn around. He wasn't expecting that.
No, but the thing was this, though. He knew he was beat. The ball it was a lazy throw. That's the only reason why that ball even touched Joe. And Joe knew that. That's why Joe won't tripping about that. Yeah, Joe knew that won't gonna be no pick. Joe knew he was beat. He was beat, bro. It was just a lazy throw. Like Rodgers looked like he stopped caring. Bro, you saw the thing. At point, it was just like, yo, Rodgers like he's just out there all of a sudden. Like that, yeah.
I'm at Jordy K11. I don't know where that is with you.
We got a couple. All right. So I got Cliff the Dark Knight. Shout out to Cliff the Dark Knight. He says, man, Ben has to turn this around before the bye week, or we have to make the change to Mason. If not, Ben's going away present for us will be a top 5 pick in the draft. A couple prospects look like Canada's guys, though.
So what's he asking here?
I mean, he's basically just saying a statement that Ben needs to get it square before the bye week. Otherwise, you need to make a change at quarterback. If not, we'll be picking at the top 5. But the good thing is some of these top 5 quarterbacks look like Matt Canada style quarterbacks that could fit his offense. So it's a silver lining in there. It's some pros, some cons, depending on how you're looking at it. Some optimism, though, because he did give him to the bye week. We got, what 2-3 weeks now?
Well, I've seen the Chiefs go 1-5 and like go on an 11-game run or something like that and make the playoffs. So even then, you might not get me. But I think we are going to turn this around before the bye. Get that 3-3, get things right, get TJ maybe a little more healthy. Do you want to talk about him at all?
Oh, we were going to get to him. I just figured, yeah. I mean, because, yeah, we can get to him. Yeah, we'll get to him.
Right now, down the line.
We get to him now. Actually, yeah, so what I'll do is this, man. You finish your statement, I'll do these upper rooms, and then we'll get to him.
Jordy K?
Oh, no, it's way more.
Huh?
Yeah, it's past him.
Who then? You talking about with TJ?
No. I said I'm going to read these upper rooms first.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's what I was saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Works for me.
All right. So, first one that we have joining the upper room is Mike Boyce. Mike Boyce, welcome to the upper room.
Tune into that Zach Banner Tuesday.
Indeed. Zach Banner Tuesday, baby. You get exclusive content. Yes, you do, man. Don't miss out on that interview today. We also got Martin During. Shout out to Martin During, because it's During. But either way, Martin During. Welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. All righty. So now we're good. Now you are at...
I'm at Jordy K11, but you said there was a couple more before him?
No. Just Corey Rayford.
Okay.
He's the only one. Yeah, so Corey Rayford Jr. says, got to get James Washington more involved. He had a solid game. I agree, man. I thought he looked really good.
Yeah, that one little juke he had.
Yeah, he looked good out there, man. And like I said, man, Ben's one of his best throws, right? Because obviously the Deontay throw was really nice. Route. But I love that ball placement. I loved, just the route from James. I thought it was really good by both of those guys on that play right there. But we know who James Washington is. James is a really good player. James, man, when he gets opportunities, he makes the most of them. I don't think that's going to change for him, man. I don't, man. And like I said, it was good that 7 actually hit him this week, because remember, he missed him a week ago on the deep ball, man. Yeah, so it was good to see those guys connect right now, man.
Well, we'll see if Claypool comes back next week.
But then if Claypool comes back, then James Washington goes back to not being out there.
Yeah, that's how it's been throughout.
I don't think that's a good idea right now, man.
For him.
I like James Washington
stick with Jay Wash. Well, with that hamstring, those could be nagging a little bit.
I agree, but I don't think if everybody's 100% healthy out there. But, that's what the team is doing right now. So that's what they're going to do. I just don't think that the Claypool thing could be as, long of a wait as, traditionally.
You'd expect.
Yeah.
Did you want to talk about TJ?
Let's talk about him, man.
Just even the defense as a whole. Well, we did a little bit there. Yeah. Again, very little pressure outside of that.
He had 2 sacks, though.
Who?
TJ Watt.
He had 2? No.
You ready for this?
No.
I swear. Let me bring it down. Hold on. I promise you.
This is in the stat line?
I promise you. 2 sacks, 2 QB hits. I promise you. And I'll break them down for you, baby. Yes.
What?
Yes.
Was one of them the trip?
Are you ready? The trip is a sack and a QB hit. And then at the end of the game, when Alex Highsmith was chasing Rodgers, and Rodgers ran in a circle and slid down, guess who touched him? TJ Watt. 2 sacks, 2 QB hits, man.
I did predict that, didn't I?
You called it, bro.
That's not how I expected them to
do. So I don't care about none of that pressure y'all talk about. Man, 2 sacks, 2 QB hits, man.
The Devin Bush one was nice.
That was a good one, man.
But that was more of a blitz, no?
No, it was. It was a it was still a 4-man pressure, but what they did, they dropped TJ out and just brought Devin.
Threw him
Packers,
off.
yeah, the Packers are sliding and painting TJ as a rusher, and they just never accounted for Devin. That's what it was a good call by Butts and by Keith Butler, Coach T, in terms of like doing that. And at times, this was the funny part, right? At times, they would utilize something that I thought Coach T would do a lot more of, where he would show blitz or show the linebackers walk down at the line of scrimmage. And from there, they would burst out and play coverage after that, whether it was man-to-man or zone. And the reason why I liked it is because it gives the quarterback only one read. So if we have guys walking around trying to show zone versus man, Aaron Rodgers, he can recognize body language. He can see, okay, this guy's in that vicinity. He's going to have to burst over here. He's going to have to go there, right? So he can kind of paint that picture pre-snap. And once you get that ball, man, that guy's going to be in that vicinity. He's going to do something like you're thinking, right? So the difference is when you go with a blitz pressure, right? Or just showing that look of everybody being up, or, hey, man, we're going to bring heat all the time. It makes it less clear because we're only showing one look. Even though we're going to burst out and it's going to be a little bit more of a challenge defensively, it's going to make this guy have to process it a little bit more. And we did it was that 2015 against Peyton Manning, because we said, man, we thought that defensively he couldn't necessarily hurt us with his arm, but we knew he could get them in the right call. So we said, we're just going to show zero blitz every time. Everybody walk up to the line of scrimmage, and we would see what Devin and Joe Schobert, where were they? Man, a lot of times walked up right in the line of scrimmage, right? Or either on the perimeter, on the edge, like you're going to come off the edge. And we would do that same thing we did in Denver. And it worked because it would make that quarterback have to process it a little bit more. And from there, it was like, all right, now we got our coverage. And I mean, the plan worked, as y'all saw in that game. And at times it worked against Rodgers. But then it was just like, Rodgers heated up. Now we're not going to knock him for that, because he definitely started to heat up. But it also seemed like we kind of got away from that as it went on. And part of that was because of the lack of pressure. Because you do that when you know you're going to get pressure, because like I said, it's tougher on your cover guys, because now we can't walk up there and have great alignment. We're going to be over here showing this, and we're going to try to get back to that. So it's a lot tougher, but you can do that when you're getting consistent pressure. Yesterday wasn't consistent enough. And with TJ, even though TJ was back, he's not healthy. You watch him on tape. Number one, the thing that stood out to me was just how hard he usually plays, right? Usually TJ is a guy that plays with his hair on fire, right? When he comes out, it's like, man, he looks like he's about to have a heart attack. Like, that's how hard he plays. Right now, he's just not there yet. And that comes from just the lack of playing right now, right? Getting back to football shape, getting those lungs where they need to be, right? He's missed time. He's missed a game a week ago, right? We know he missed the training camp time, and it just looked to me like he still wasn't all the way back yet. Then we obviously saw he had the ankle that he had taped up and stuff like that. It just looks like he's still getting everything back together. And this is some of the stuff that, you didn't want to happen, but you could see this being the case in terms of the slow start with him, or not even slow start, but just the in and out, right? Or, how'd you say it, right? Because it's funny we say slow start, but
what is he? He has 5 sacks on the season.
Right, and that's why I'm like, it's hard to say slow start when he had 2 sacks this game, but in terms of the context, but this is why. But remember at the beginning, what did I say? I said, I don't judge him off of just sacks. It's impact.
No, those don't count.
Because, right, but that's the thing though, right? Because the numbers will lie to you.
I can't believe those count.
The numbers will lie though, right? So when we're sitting here saying he's having a slow start, he's a little sluggish right now, he doesn't look 100% healthy. A person might open up this stat sheet and say, man, y'all tripping. He had 2 sacks, 2 QB hits. But anybody that watched that game knows he's not where he needs to be right now. And with Highsmith, I thought Highsmith played well yesterday, actually, man. Now, he did struggle at times, but I thought as a whole, I liked how he flew around. He looked more healthy to me. Whereas with TJ just didn't look as healthy. Now,
we should have asked his dad when he was up there.
We should have, right? We should
have got the inside scoop.
Well, he did.
What percentage is he at?
Well, he did say that he was going to ask Alex how his groin was feeling right when we were finishing up our convo. So we should have just waited and came back to him. But either way, man, love Daddy Highsmith, man. Papa Highsmith, man. He awesome, man.
Yeah, man. Real good, dude.
Nah, man, but that was difference to me, man. I thought Ingram played the best of the bunch, but he's the healthiest of the bunch. I thought his rushing, especially in that second half, man, he saved this defense at times. Because I can distinctly remember 2 where it's like, if he doesn't make the rush that he makes to have the pressure that he makes, dude, Rodgers is daggering people. Rodgers is going to make this throw. Rodgers is going to hit this. But Ingram, man, he just, he was coming into his own. I liked his matchup, man. He looked like he was feeling good, like he was feeling comfortable. And once again, the limited role with him, right? We said that Raiders game kind of disappeared. We had to play every snap. Didn't have that rotation. This game, it was what? He would go out there with Derek Tuska, and then they would rotate out with Highsmith and TJ. And we just saw with that approach, Ingram was a way better player, way more productive. That still wasn't perfect for him, but just a way better performance. To me, as long as he stays in that role where he's not forced to play, starter level snaps, turns of 60 snaps, stuff like that, I love him being here because it pushes Highsmith. And like we said, we see Highsmith. When Highsmith's out there and he's healthy, man, he's going. He knows that because you got that vet behind you. But at the same time, it allows Melvin to be his best player because of that limited role as well, man. But TJ, he's got to get healthy, bro. He has to get healthy. Week. But once again, can you sit him when you're sitting at 1-3 right now? And we know what the defense has looked like right now.
No, I would not like to. Got to buy in 2 weeks. Is the buy enough to get right? You know what I mean? Because, we can't sit him against Seattle.
Right. Well, because my thing is this. It was like, if you were going to sit him, I personally would have rather you done 2 weeks in a row versus
game too.
Right, versus you played him 1 week. I mean, you sit him 1 week, you play him this week. We know he wasn't back healthy. Now you're going to try to do it again this week. You know what I mean? I just don't think it's going to improve that way personally. Now, TJ's a freak. Maybe it does, right?
What did he say in an Instagram post or something? He might have even been in a press conference. He said 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I guess you're not going to tell someone you're 80%, right?
You can't.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Well, that was just disappointing, man. Disappointing because I thought that was a big thing in the Bengals game where we get TJ and Highsmith back. In this one, we're going to get pressure on Rodgers.
Yeah.
When you got pressure on Rodgers, and in a couple of the games prior, like he's got to either throw the ball out quick or he gets sacked. And that's what we saw with even Green Bay's offensive line in the past couple games. They're not that good, but they looked amazing against us. They looked amazing both offense or in the passing game and in the running game.
I would agree.
It's a damn shame.
Agree.
So you want me to read this one? Jordy K, am I right?
Yeah, should be. You look at fourth.
Yeah, you look at fourth downs in the Green Bay game, and Pat is open in the seam. Ben didn't even look, just threw it to the check down. Ben doesn't trust the line. Would I have liked Ben to make those throws? Sure. I agree. I do think that point of doesn't trust the line, that could be a building block, though, at the same time.
Okay.
You check the tape, say, you know what? The line was there for me a little bit more than I thought in that game. I got to trust the lineup a little bit more, go through progressions, hit Frymouth on this first down. That's all I got to say. I view it more as a potential building block. And trusting, with how the line played, if you check back on it, Ben's like, you know what? Yeah, maybe they gave me a little more time than I thought.
I will say this, though. I do like the optimism about the line.
You don't like the building block? No,
because, and this is why, right? When we went into this game, what do we say about the Packers rush? We weren't fond of it because what? He's like, no, Zadarius Smith. We thought Preston, he's a good player, but he's not going to hurt you to the game plan around him extent. We thought that Kenny Clark was a good player. But other than that, though, we really thought that this would be a good matchup for our O-line. I thought they did what they were supposed to do at times, right? It wasn't perfect, but they held their own. We're not going to be saying the same thing next week versus Denver. Do you know who's coming into town?
Von Miller is having a resurgence.
Do you know what he's looking like right now? Oh, okay.
He's having a resurgence.
That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
We might need to take that Romo chipping advice, huh?
Bruh. I'm walking in the stadium saying we're chipping. That's what I'm doing. Because Denver, the strength of Denver is their defense, is their pass rush.
How's their rush defense? We're going to preview them tomorrow.
Right.
But what did
my thing.
What did the Browns do against them on the ground? Well, we're not the Browns' offensive line and running game right now.
And we can't go Ravens because the Ravens are a totally different style of offense as well. But yeah, man. That's my only thing with them. I'm like, Denver, they got guys. But offensively is where they're going to struggle.
Yeah.
And that's what makes this interesting because I think, and we'll break down that game obviously tomorrow, man, for the primetime show and things like that, man. But I just like our matchup a lot more that week. You know what I mean? But, whew, yeah, this Orlando, man. I do feel better, though, about them because, as we always say, right, whether we're talking mismatches or whether we're talking from an optimistic perspective, we want the guys to make it look that way, right? If it's a mismatch, make it look like a mismatch. If we think that this is a one where it should be close, but y'all should win, make it look close, but y'all should win. I thought yesterday was one of those ones where the O-line could walk out of that thing feeling good about themselves, man, because even though they had their mishaps as a whole, they played good. That was probably their best game they've had this season.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah. Definitely. Just a building block.
Yeah, man. All right.
Let me get to this next one.
Mm-hmm.
We have King Starboy 7.
Shout out to King Starboy. I'm a mom star.
I like what he's saying. Stop blaming Ben. He's not the problem.
Okay.
I like what he's saying. Mentioned earlier, he's not playing his best. He's part of why we're losing right now.
Not the problem, but part of the equation.
Yeah, part of the equation. And what's the degrees? I'm going to probably think it's less than most people. But, yeah, the defense wasn't good. Yeah. You're right. You mentioned at the beginning, all three phases.
We got to play together, man.
We weren't playing up to par, but also there's some breaks not going our way. We're missing by this much. Refs were kind of shitty at points. I still think there's room for hope here for sure to turn this around. That's how I feel.
I like it.
Q.
Shout out to Q.
It feels like this offense is structured to what Ben is comfortable with compared to what is given throughout the game.
Yeah, Q. That's accurate, but I don't think that's a knock, though. I know you say it and it does come off negatively, but from my experiences, man, the great coaches are the guys that can adapt their play calling to highlight that player's strengths in, essentially hide that player's weaknesses. So that's part of why the longest time there wasn't a lot of play action, right? It's like, all right, well, we know that this is what this guy does well. This is what he's not comfortable with. Well, let's not do it then. All right. This is what this guy's comfortable with. I mean, it's no different with me and you with this show, right? If you're not comfortable talking about ice hockey or water polo, we're not going to come in here and talk water polo because you're not comfortable with it. We're going to talk about, what you comfortable with? All right, this is what I'm comfortable with. And you kind of make it work together right there. So it's not necessarily a knock on, the offense or Matt Canada is structured that way. That's just, good brand of ball. Otherwise, it looks like square peg, round hole when you're talking about, well, this guy's out here, but the offense really isn't designed for him. It just doesn't look the same.
Let's go, UW. Yeah. With all the injuries, should the strength and conditioning be called into question? Ooh. You know what's funny? Because you did that Mel Blount interview, which we still got to get up, but he said back in the 70s with Chuck Noll, he said, we practice so hard every day. Like it was the game. And we were like Harden, and we never really got injured.
Yeah.
Coach Noll was saying we practice like we play. But today's NFL,
guys don't practice. That's accurate.
It ain't like that.
Yeah.
A little different. I know what you're doing.
Mel said guys practice. All I said was guys don't practice. I just left it at that. You got something you want to say? I know. Unless you know somebody that practices or does not practice. You tell me.
QB's a little different.
Oh,
they wear the red jerseys. You know
How many did they win practicing back then, though? How many did they win back then?
You talking about Super Bowls?
When they were practicing and stuff.
I don't know what it is.
I was just curious.
They want a good amount.
How did the quarterback play?
You know what, though? Well, here's the thing, though. Yeah. The quarterback had a lot of help back then, though, too.
Yeah. Did the quarterback get any accolades? Was it ever an MVP for the quarterback or anything?
He won one. But
regular season MVP.
He won regular season. But had a lot of help. I think he only made 3 Pro Bowls, too.
Oh, man, just 3. Oh,
I got nothing against him, though. Yeah. I like Terry Bradshaw.
Okay. All right. I was just wondering, man. That's all. I was just wondering.
What do you think?
I had to practice all the time. I was a practice guy. I like what Mel Blount was saying because I agree with practicing, bro.
Well, I'm just asking, though, even the general NFL, there's no way what they were doing in the 70s is being done now. Just any team across the board, right?
Nah. We are seeing. Shout out to Mel, man. It was different back then. But a lot of when we talk about structure and stuff like that, the reason why their training camps were longer, they didn't have off-season programs. Like how we have OTAs and stuff where we essentially are year-round football players. They weren't year-round. So that's why they would have to utilize a longer training camp. That's why even during the season, it's like, no, we still going to be hitting. We're going to be out here practicing like that. But we also know health-wise and longevity-wise, those guys have a lot more injuries and long-term stuff as well, man. but we appreciate them for laying that groundwork. But I do stand by that. In my whole like lifetime, bro, I probably have missed maybe 10 practices in my whole even dating back to like rec ball. I just you gotta practice, man.
All right, I'm up to Blitzburg.
Oh man, we skipped over there. Okay, so
I lost the chat as I'm trying to scroll something because I'm like those ones that I was at was so far behind. So sometimes I miss the ones in between. Then
all good. All right, I got L_D Carter. He says, "Don't be worried, Deke. I got a Ben jersey that's not coming out until he plays better or retire. You good?" All right, so I think you good, man. You
I'm
vibing.
good.
You ain't
I'm
tripping.
good. We're Tuesday. I'm looking forward to this Denver game.
Yeah, you ain't tripping. All right, we also got Mike L. Mike L says, "Fellas, in your guys' opinion, which offense looks worse, Mason and Duck season or this season?" But we actually had a good running game behind Mason and Duck.
No, we didn't. No, we didn't.
Nah, our running game was trash.
That was garbage.
Benny Snell had a game. Jalen Samuels had a Wildcat game. But as a whole, we couldn't run that ball. Yeah. And James Conway, James kept getting in and out. That was the Thursday night game with Cleveland where he's like trying to play, can't play. Yeah. But in terms
I get what they're doing here because there are some statistics that are comparable, like their points per game up to this point. Yeah. I just think there's way more room for optimism and growth with this offense with them. Like they hit a point middle of the season, we can't do anything more.
The thing though, people are starting to ask right now, what's the difference between Mason and Ben right now? Not past, like what's just currently based off of what we've seen from Seven this season. What does he do that's so much better than Mason Rudolph?
He hasn't been playing his best. I'll put it to you that way. But I think you still give Ben that benefit of the doubt. And I'm not going to go there with that because I just think Seven's still the better player over Mason. We saw Mason's whole body of work. I just don't think that's it. I don't think that's the answer. But I think you also give Ben the benefit of the doubt with all this too, to right the ship.
When does that benefit of the doubt run out, though?
You're probably asking the wrong guy. I already told you. 1-5 Chiefs somehow turn around. They get to 11-5. But
you talking about the year when Mahomes was hurt?
No.
Oh, with Alex Smith.
It was an Alex Smith team. Like, they were bad.
What are we doing?
They were so bad, bro. I'm just saying.
What are we doing, bro? What are we doing?
My point is, if they're able to do it, like,
all right,
things are possible in this league, man.
Okay.
I've seen it. I've seen some trash teams turn it around. Okay. So I'm not writing this off.
All right, man. All right. So you don't see a big difference though right now between Seven and Ben outside of just.
You mean Mason and Ben?
I mean, yeah, Mason and Ben.
A big difference.
Because what you brought up was just solely like.
No, I'm saying
just like you're remembering, like, oh man, I just what Seven has done in the past. But I'm just saying, based off of what we've seen from him this season, I don't
think it's any better with Mason. No way.
You don't think it was better than what Mason has done?
No, I don't think if we put Mason in, the offense is any better. No way. If anything, it's worse. I don't think he's the answer. No.
But I'm saying, why though? Why do you think that? Like, what has Ben doing
I don't believe
definitively that is so much better than what Mason could do right now? Is he throwing better? Like, accuracy-wise?
I'm just wondering what we're asking or where we're getting
I'm
at.
Asking, because listen, I'm asking, accuracy-wise, who has better ball placement right now?
Bro, this is really tough because Mason hasn't played.
Based on what we saw in the preseason, he wasn't.
No. Let's just say Mason. Like Mason's body of work, it's still Ben.
No. Mason never struggled with accuracy. Mason struggled with taking shots downfield, and then he kind of put that to rest in Week 17 against Cleveland, where he was hitting Claypool and he was hitting that James Washington, I think it was as well.
I mean, we could get into that. I thought he played good in that game, but those were some like. Claypool made the catch in that one versus Claypool hasn't made catches with us.
But Mason also put the ball where it needed to be. And Ben hasn't done it consistently this season.
If we're talking about specifically Claypool touchdowns, I mean.
I'm just saying in general. Who has the better accuracy currently?
I haven't seen Mason play. I'm going Ben. I'm going to say Ben. I don't know where we're going with this.
Who has the better mobility right now?
No, what I'm saying is, no, you don't replace Ben. As simple as that. I think he's better than Mason.
Whoa. You talking about replacing Ben? I'm just asking questions. How'd you get to replacing Ben?
Because I know that was the question. Like,
no. That's not what I'm asking. I'm asking you who has better mobility, Ben or Mason?
That's a tough one.
What's tough about it?
It's a tough one, dude. Mason doesn't have the best mobility either.
So who has the better mobility?
Dude, I'm just gonna stick with 7 by default, honestly, because I don't want to.
Okay.
I'm sticking with 7.
Okay. Who sees the field better right now? 7 or Mason?
7.
Okay. Who has the better decision making right now? 7 or Mason?
7.
And why do you feel that way?
Because I don't think Mason's that good. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying Ben's playing his best, and I said that at the beginning. I don't think he's playing. He's just better than Mason, though.
Okay.
In any of these facets,
Okay.
I'd rather go with Ben than make this change. Because a lot of people are talking about. That's my point.
Why keep you talking about? I don't care about making a change right now. I just wanted to hear from you, man. Don't worry about what they. You going they. We asking you. That's all. All right. So that was with Mason. Okay. So you think that Ben has the better arm placement or ball placement? You think Ben has the better arm strength? You think that Ben puts them in the better plays? You think that Ben sees the field better? You think Ben's decision making is better? And you said that Ben has the better mobility than Mason right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's my problem with these questions right now. Like I've already admitted it multiple times. Like Ben is not playing up to the par that I think.
Okay.
And like in a vacuum, he's better than Mason Rudolph though. I don't want to keep saying, like I told you, I don't want to keep saying this throughout the season. Like Ben's got to play better. He's got to do this, got to do that. But right now, it's still 7.
The only reason we ask is because you got to realize you keep saying it's a long season. They're a quarter of the way done though. It's 4 games in.
It is, but I've not only talked about the Chiefs righting the ship.
I mean,
I've seen it with us too. With that 2019 team, we were 1-3. I think we were 2-4. We were garbage. We ended up going 8-5. And if we got 7, the weapons, the offensive line improving, like that's what I mean. I think there's still a ceiling to this offense. Whereas like back in 2019, it was limited like that. Okay,
man, people are really asking for a poll for this. We're gonna get to that in a second. But the next thing I wanted to ask you though, same thing. In terms of Haskins, who has the better accuracy, Ben or Haskins right now?
I'm going 7 down the line. Just with all of it. Outside of mobility, I'll give Haskins the mobility.
Arm strength?
Haskins got a good arm.
No, that you got to answer it though. You just complimented him.
I'm sticking with 7, dude. I'm sticking with 7.
Even though 7 said that, he could throw that ball.
I know. Okay. I know. I'm going to stick with 7, dude.
Okay.
That's about it. If we're talking... That's what I mean. I just feel like that's where this is going, or why it's being brought up. Is
what you mean?
Like, why are we even having this discussion?
I just wanted to hear what you was gonna say.
I'm sticking with 7 over Haskins and Mason. That's it.
No. I didn't care about who you want to put out there. I just want to know who you thought was a better player in terms of just those little qualities. That's all. Like, if I said who got the bigger shoe size, you gonna say Ben just because it's 7? Because that's essentially what you just did. Yeah, that's what you did.
I don't know, bro.
But that's what you're doing.
What has Haskins done on the actual NFL level, though?
All I'm saying is what has Ben currently done this season, though?
My point is it hasn't been up to the par that I thought, but you're still riding with him, dude. I saw enough in that Packers game. Like I mentioned, the Juju, barely. The drops in the Raiders game. There's things... Because if we put Mason or Haskins in there, it's not better, it's worse.
But how do you know that definitively? Because you did say you were wrong about your perception of Ben, right? So it is fair to say that you could be wrong up to this point about Mason or Haskins, correct?
I could be. Everyone else could be wrong, though, too. Okay. And that's what I'm willing to stick out and see.
Okay.
That's all I got to say.
Even if it costs the year?
I don't think it costs the year.
Okay. Cool.
I don't think it does, because I think Ben gives us the better chance. So, and that's where we'll see who's right and wrong.
Okay.
I think you stick with them.
How you feeling right now, though?
Not better than how I was going into the season, obviously, and that's why I was talking about updating my predictions from 13-4 to, let's try to win the division, get to what would it be, maybe 10-7.
Yeah.
Wild card, even who knows what that is? Maybe 10-7 is wild card. So whatever it is, we gotta ride it and make the playoffs.
It'll be tough. All right. Better arm strength. Big Ben, Cam Newton. I'm just thinking these guys, all right? Arm strength. Big Ben, Cam Newton. Who has better arm strength?
I'll stick with 7, dude.
Accuracy?
I'll stick with 7. I'll same thing outside of mobility, down the board.
Okay. Who's bigger?
I don't know. We could Google their weights.
I'm just saying. You said you stick with them the whole way. I just want to know. I just figure I just throw it out there if you was going the whole way. That's all, man. Yeah.
Well, those are more arbitrary than opposed to looking at height and weight and stuff. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my take on it. I don't think. Listen, you might be asking the wrong guy. I've already told you I'm rolling with Ben. So
Deshaun Watson.
I'm not doing this, dude.
It's just a conversation.
I'm good, dude.
It's just a conversation, bro. Armstrong.
Dude, I'm just sticking with 7. I know where this is going. I'm sticking with 7.
Where is it going? We just having a conversation. What you feel like you want to lead, man? We just talking, baby.
Nah,
it's just a conversation.
I'm good.
So you don't want to talk about Watson?
No. He's not playing right now. What's there to talk about?
No, he's on the active roster though.
I'm good, dude.
He is on the active roster. He's collecting a check every week, man. He's active.
I'm good on Watson, man. I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ben's better than Deshaun Watson.
Bro, he's not playing that good right now.
I was just saying because the reason I was asking because like I wanted to just have a conversation, but you don't even want to talk about him. So I just figured by default, are you just saying that 7 is better than Watson then? By default?
Bro, like here's the problem with like I feel like Ben could right the ship next game, so why am I gonna write him off or like say someone else?
But that's why I was trying to figure out why you kept saying that because that's not what I was asking. But you keep bringing that up. That's why I'm like, is that what you want to talk about?
I'm not bringing any of this up. What do you want to talk about?
You keep bringing like taking them out. I'm just asking in terms of little qualities. That's all I want to know. But you keep going, take them out, put them in, take them out, put them in. So I'm like, is that what you want to talk about? Should we keep Ben in at quarterback? Because it sounds like that's what you want to discuss. Like,
but I don't know why any of this stuff's being brought up. Then
I just wanted to know.
I'm good. I don't.
Yeah. I can't want to know. I just can't. I want to know.
Nah. No. I just don't care to talk about it. To be honest with you. Be straight up.
All right. It's just yeah. I just you like to talk about 7 a lot when it's positive, but when we're just having a conversation about if he does that better than this player, that better than that player, it's like you get real gunshot. That's all, man.
Nah, I just don't feel like having a conversation, to be honest.
All right, let's go. Who we at to now, man? Got El Caliente Games. Moats, you a wild boy. Get that man Deke a case of Iron City and light him a blizzy. Man, he need it, bro. Big facts. He need that. And we're Bart Basquiat with them little mushrooms, man. Yeah. My man Deke need a hug, bro. He need a hug. All right, we got Tate Boys. Because which one are you at right now?
I'm at Blitzburg.
Okay, so we got some time. All right. So we got Tate Boys. Tate Boy says Ben's QBR is only higher than 4 starting rookies. Which one is the QBR? Do we like QBR? Are you a QBR guy? Or are you a QB rate?
No, I don't like that one. No, he's
what is the difference in those again? Because
I don't know. There's different measuring sticks.
Because I know you follow these ones though. Because I don't follow this. Yeah, talk to me the QBR versus the rating. Yeah, because you always break it down in a good way usually, man.
I used to know 5-10 years ago a little bit better. Mm-hmm. Which one's better? I don't know. Probably depending on what you're looking
what's
at.
the difference? I don't even know the difference.
QBR is newer. I think it weighs more things like game flow into it, whereas ratings just raw stats.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like Ben's got to play a little bit better. I've been saying that throughout this. So.
Okay. I just always thought you was a QBR guy. That's all good. All right. We got Alan T. Alan T says, and we appreciate you, Alan T, for your support. My friend and I are having a debate. He says Najee needs to be more evasive and make more people miss when it comes to our running game. He says he has played average to below average when it comes to running the ball. He is also talking about running, not catches. I, on the other hand, say the running game being non-existent has nothing to do with Najee. He gets hit behind the line of scrimmage every play and makes miracles. Who's right? Does Najee need to make more guys miss? Or is it that, he don't have any time, no protection up front?
Things were looking in the right direction after this game.
Because he had, 60 on the ground, right?
Yeah, it was like over 4 yards a carry.
Yeah.
Looking in the right direction.
Is that the most we've had on the ground this season?
It has.
Because Buffalo, we had what was it 40 or 50? We were like right in that range.
Yeah, it hasn't been much better than that these last 3 games. I don't know, dude. Yeah, I'd defer more to Najee's playing pretty good right now. I just think if he had more holes with the line, but like I said, in this last game, it looks like potentially trending upwards.
Yeah. Now, to me, man, I think that is more on the O-line. This last game, though, man, I thought they came off the ball really well in that first half, especially that, man. I thought some of those runs, man, that Najee was able to get, I thought that the O-line and the tight ends included, Pat and Zach Gentry, I thought they had some good blocking as well with some of those runs, man. But as a whole, I just think the O-line has to be more consistent. But to me, as a running back, not receiving the ball, just clearly running the ball, I don't think Najee has been average to below average. I just think that he really hasn't gotten the same protection and opportunities that you would like to see to really gauge him like that. And that is more O-line related than necessarily him. All right.
I'm at Blitzburg. Welcome to the upper room. So.
Oh, yeah. You all the way at the bottom. Okay. All good. All good. Oh, whoa, wait now. Oh, no. Oh, I didn't see all these. Oh, y'all are in here. All right, shout out to y'all this morning. Bright and early, man. Y'all don't care, but I like it, man. Respect to y'all, man. Rocking with us, we gonna rock with y'all. All right, so yeah, we got a couple more before I get to where you are at then. Yeah. All right, so this next one's from Rodney Allen. Rodney Allen says, did AB being there help hide Seven's decline? Why has Seven only been voted team MVP once in 17 years? He is not the only problem, but losing track on the AFC North. In terms of AB being there, did it help hide Seven's decline? I mean, when you play with a great receiver, it's always going to make everybody look better, right? Great receivers, great quarterbacks, when they're together, they always make each other look good. But you can make a case that did AB make some spectacular catches? Sure. But we could also say that Seven did aid him as well. I mean, those two guys kind of go back and forth or hand in hand. No AB, though, or no legitimate number one receiver. And yeah, I do think that has aided in Seven's decline because now he has to be more pinpoint, more accurate. The margin of error that we're always talking about, right? We always talk margin of error in terms of whole teams or whole offenses. But as a quarterback with certain wide receivers, if you don't have guys that, you know, you could just put it in the vicinity, they're going to come down with it, then that makes your margin of error a lot smaller. That means your window in terms of how far you can be off is a lot smaller. So yeah, I do think that that has hurt Seven. In terms of why he hasn't been voted, or he was only voted MVP once in 17 years. Well, I know when I was here, we had AB and L Bell, and we just thought that Seven, we looked at Seven as top 5 at his position. We thought L Bell was number 1 at his position, and we thought AB was number 1 at his position. And we're talking league wide. So I know for me, that's why I voted the way that I voted, because I was like, yeah, he's good, but this guy is like the best at his spot. And that was kind of my thought process. I'm sure, I mean, from my teammates during that time frame, like I said, I was only 14 through 17. That was kind of how we all took that approach. I can't speak for since then or even before then, but I know during that time, that was why we voted the way that we voted, because we just thought that, man, Ben is definitely the leader of that group on offense, but we didn't think he was the best player over there. We thought AB, L Bell were those guys.
The beginning of what he said about wide receiver 1, yeah, I would like that. I thought Claypool was going to be that. He hasn't shown that up to this point either. I guess even Deontay too, but we'll see. Yeah.
But what we do see is you, Juicebox32, saying hit that like button. So since Juicebox32 said hit the like button, I will reiterate that. It's also 635 people up here. Y'all been rocking all morning too. Shout out to y'all. But in the words of Deke, he would say something like, man, it's only 220 something likes, man. We got to do more than that, bro. I think we could get, more. So with that being said, hit the like button. Just start hitting it. Because Juicebox32 said that, and that'll make Deke feel a little bit happier. And ultimately, YouTube will be happy as well. So we want them to stay happy.
Yeah, we're at 240 right now. So that's pretty good.
I be feeling like my count off over here, bro.
We could get to at least 300 within the next.
We shouldn't even limit that. I mean, we're not even to the 11 o'clock hour. We have at 11 o'clock. We're gonna get it off our chest because
going to the phone lines.
We got a ton of phone calls we got to get to today. A ton. So we definitely gonna do that. And shout out to us. Also,
that's dope.
Because you make me happy, bro. You make me happy. That's why I got your face on my. No, I mean, like, you just make me happy.
We're at 260 right now. If we get to 300, we have like a minute. Let's just get to 300. Then we get back to the chat.
All right.
269.
Oh, we should stop right there.
270.
Oh, dang, went too far.
No, come on. Maybe we should do a question or two.
I'm ready to do some questions, man.
One of these chats, yeah.
But
I got Rashawn Jones. Did you say that one?
No,
already?
we ain't there yet.
Well, this one goes. This one.
Okay.
Shit,
I already know. I already saw it. They're in here. They're in
here.
Here's
what they said. Hit the like button or Big Ben stays the quarterback.
Ooh. Gosh. Dilemma.
Might have to go to the dislike. my first one.
Y'all got my man Deke in here. Oh, man. And that would have been the 300 too, man. Come on, dude. That's crazy. That's crazy. But Roger Peavy says, I am sick. I feel you on that, baby. I feel you. It's like that sometimes, man. That's why we ain't having this emotional support group. That's what we are. We're an emotional support podcast. We're going to reclassify. We're no longer in the sports business. We're here for health and mental wellness. All right. That's what it's all about right now, guys. So yes. All right. Oh, and you had company. Big Twink Demand said that was also him on the dislike as well. All right. Because they rocking with it. And Frank K had you back. He said I'm about to dislike it also. All right. So just know you are not alone.
We're at 304.
All right. You're good.
306.
And Micah Hemp, he was with you. All right. Now y'all gotta chill. We ain't gonna keep shouting out these dislikes. All right. So y'all can like it and then just say I liked it, but I don't agree with it. Y'all can say that. Yeah. But we ain't gonna have this dislike game going on right now.
We can switch it to that.
Yeah. Let's do that. Let's do that. And Leonard Gilliam, I see you asking about what's the word on Zach Banner. Man, we'll be talking to him today. 12:20, man, is when he'll join the show, but that is only for the upper room members. So if you're not an upper room member, you're going to have to wait until hopefully I'll remember on time Wednesday at noon to make it available to everyone else. But if not, you're going to have to wait out a little bit. But if you are an upper room member, or if you decide to join at any point in time before 12:20, when we shift the live show over to the membership only content, you will be able to be on that call with Zach Banner, and we do allow you to ask questions. That's one of the beauties of being in the upper room. You will get a chance to ask Zach Banner a question, and if it's a good question, hopefully he'll answer it. If it's a not so good question, well, yeah, it probably won't get mentioned. So that's how we typically operate with that thing, man. But that's what be going on with Zach Banner, man. We'll be able to ask him some questions, man, because he did show up to practice this week. He is back. So that is good. So we're going to see, where he's at in terms of what's the clock now? Are we anticipating seeing him this week, or is it maybe a little bit longer? So it's going to be exciting though, man. Definitely looking forward to that. All right. We had Damon Brown. Damon Brown says, do you think TJ and Alex Highsmith were 100% healthy? They both just seemed lackluster. I personally don't. I don't think either one of them. I think that Alex is a little bit more healthy than TJ, but I still think that Alex is dealing with a little bit. And TJ definitely, not even just the groin. When did the ankle start? When did that happen?
Oh, that's on the report. Oh yeah, it was taped up, right?
Right. Like when did we start doing that? That's all. And it wasn't for fashion, because it wasn't just both sides, it was one side. Yeah.
Unless that's a new fashion. That's like the Julius Page cutting off his sleeve.
Right. We taking it back to the early 2000s on this one time.
Exactly.
Man. Yeah.
Exactly. You're right, though. I don't know where that came from. I don't know if it's going to be on the injury report this week.
Right.
When's that coming? That comes out.
Well, Coach Tia talked today, and then Wednesday will be the first official one, though.
Okay.
But I'm sure somebody asked about, hey, man, is this
what's the deal
like,
with
what's
the
he doing with the tape? Yeah.
Okay, got you. I'm at Barilla 92.
All right, we almost took. Oh, man, so we're almost to you, because I'm literally on the other side of Blitzburg right now.
Okay.
No pun intended. That was kind of cool. All right, we got BMK, though. Bully Mob Kendall. Shout out to Bully Mob Kendall, man. Them bullies is for real, too. I like that. All right. Says Moats, you seen QB 1 and 2 more than anyone. If no politics or pressure from ownership, just based on performance, if you were Coach T, who would you start? Now, that's a great question, man. I appreciate that. And yeah, I've seen a lot more of 1 than I have of 2, though. Just throwing that out there. Did not share the locker room with Mason. All right. I was washed by then, officially. I was on this side, okay? So did not. But I do like Mason, man. I do know him personally. He's a cool kid, all right? Well, I don't even know. Can I call him kid? I just feel like I call everybody kid because they seem so young to me,
I think you can now, yeah.
They seem so young. They're like, yo, how old are you? I'm 22. Oh, my God, dude, I could be your dad. Like, chill. All right, but in terms of those two, I do think that Mason, in terms of ability right now, he does give you more ability. But for me, the reason why I still side with 7 is just based on the fact that I still think mentally he gets them in the best position. I think that in terms of the hope and belief that it's going to change, call it blind faith. That's kind of how I view it with 7 right now. And that's my bias because I shared the locker room with him. I've been in some crazy games, some crazy weeks where, we were doubted, where he might have not had his best performance and he was able to get us out of a stadium. Me being there personally, having that happen, I have a little bit more of a leash with that. You know what I mean? But I'm not under the same belief of, if it's like this at the bye week or in week 7, 8, 9, 10, we should still ride with it. I'm not saying that at all. But I do think right now, as it pertains to this week going to Denver, I do think that healthy Ben, with the old line improving the way that it is, I do think he can get it done this week. But we'll see though, right? If it comes back and it's still looking like what it just looked like, I don't want to deal with that. I don't. But I will give him that benefit of the doubt just because he's personally got me out of them stadiums. So yeah. But hey, BMK, man, what you would do, man? What would you do? You let me know. Would you bench him or would you start him?
All right. So we got Blitzburg upper room. Are we skipping them? Are we doing upper rooms later?
Yeah. Because
okay.
I'll get back to it because I know Blitzburg is the last, like the new one, and that's was that the only one? Oh no, we had two. So yeah, but I want you to get back on track with Chester. Yeah, you get back on track
92.
Chester,
Yep. Good morning, my fellow heartbroken Steeler fans. I'm just looking forward to a top 5 pick. Can I get a big burden in the chat? Why draft Muth to not use him? Would rather have Creed Humphrey at center. Whoa, we're doing that.
Hey, brings up a good point though.
Yeah, we aren't using Muth like I thought we would.
I agree.
That's
and every time he's open, and he catches it when you throw it to him. He even had a catch yesterday.
It was good. It was good.
I know it was nice.
Too. Right in the middle of the field when
Absolutely.
we needed it.
It's just like, why aren't we doing that?
I'm calling for it too.
Yeah, and I was gonna go the whole maybe it's play design, but everybody pointed out the 4th down attempt. Muth was wide open, bro. In the middle, it's wide open. Like, so some of the designs are there for him to be open. We just got to use them more. We got to use them.
Yeah, I agree.
Got to use them. We had one before that I'll get to him real quick. Rashawn Jones. He says, hit the like button.
It was that
that was one.
Yeah,
okay,
that was the one earlier.
We're good.
That's how
Perfect.
We got the like surge going.
Good call. All righty. All right, so it should be Manuel Molina. All right. You want to read this one?
Bro. I can't get to it.
Oh, man. All right. It happens.
It's going to be you.
All right. Here we go.
I'm at Alex P now. No.
Oh, you got
I'm
jumped.
at Let's Go UW. Yeah, it's tough.
Whoa. Yo, Deke, I tweeted that one?
Yeah.
Holy cow. All right. God,
I can't keep up.
No. That's not you. That's a testament to the chat, bro. Yo.
Everyone's out here.
Y'all are phenomenal. Because for it to have jumped that quick, bro, that's nuts. And to see how far it jumped, man, y'all are really out here. Y'all doing y'all thing this morning, man. We appreciate y'all, man, from the heart, man. Lets us know that y'all actually enjoying the content, man. So we're going to keep that thing rolling. That's another reason why we decided to go Tuesday morning. Because we know on Mondays, we've been a little time crunched. We've been condensed at some points. But it was pretty dope, though, to come in here on this Tuesday morning and see y'all out here extra chunky in the chat, man. So I'm definitely loving that, man. Shout out to all y'all here today, man. We really appreciate it. But Manuel Molina, man, he's using his free upper room chat because he's a 5-month member. 5 months, man. That's a heck of a milestone, man. We appreciate you. You've been rocking with us for a minute too, man. And we still got you sons in 4, all right? But he says, if Ben goes to practice on Wednesday, then those passes that are 2 inches off might not be off. The miscommunication might not happen as often either. Sorry, Deke. He brings up a good point there. I mean, yeah, but not just him, right? We talk about practice. I said, man, you practice, you typically play better. We bring up 7 in terms of the Wednesdays and stuff like that, or just how much he practices and stuff like that. And I get that, right? But when we talk defensively as well, TJ, right? And we're not getting on TJ in a negative sense, but he is another example of, remember this week, he wasn't a full participant every single day, right? He was a little bit limited. We know last week he was a little bit in and out of it, right? And when you watched him play on Sunday, what did it look like? That wasn't full version TJ, but that goes back to when you're talking about practice, man. You need it. The more you do it, the better you get. But at the same time, for 7 is different because you also have to have that balance of usage because he's an older quarterback. When you talk about TJ, you have to find that balance of rest because he's trying to get healthy as well as getting back. So that's the part with coaching that is deeper than just, hey, man, you got to practice because it's a Wednesday. Is deeper than just you got to practice because you're going to be a better player for doing it. Sometimes you do have to balance the intangibles, even if that means, all right, this guy might start off a little bit slow, but at least I know I'm going to have him for the full duration. That's part of it as well. So I get what we're doing here, and I joked about it as well with you about the whole, man, you got to practice, but that is another part of it because with him being out there, I mean, it is the wear and tear. He's old enough to be Deke's dad, for real. I mean, he is though. Dude, hold on. Nah. It'd be 10. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, that'd be too close.
Yeah, no way.
Yeah, he just missed you, man. Dang. Couple years though, man.
Yeah.
Couple years he would have had you. All right. But you did say no, but you have been on record. Ben, you said not your dad. You said you'll save your dad over Ben. I do remember that convo.
Yeah. I'll keep my dad.
Yes. Unless it was to play quarterback.
Yeah. I gotta go with the guy that has played quarterback throughout his life.
I love you, Dad, but
yeah.
I'm with it, man. I'm with it. All right, we got the Golden Foot. Shout out to the Golden Foot. Hope the Golden Foot smells nice. Rex Ryan probably loves the Golden Foot. He says, do y'all think it was Juju fault or Ben fault on those two passes? He says kids passes, but on those 2 passes. I mean, we kind of talked about it already. One was definitely on 7. The other one, you can make a case for either one. All right. And it's just depending on who you have the expectations for. If you have the expectations for Juju, then Juju should catch it. If you got the expectations for 7, well, it needs to be better ball placement. But at the end of the day, I think we both agreed that you just got to make the play. Whoever it is, you just got to make that play because that changes so much in this game, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. All right. Next is what? Levante Mahoney. Shout out to Levante Mahoney because you said you're all the way at.
Let's go UW still. Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, you down.
Is this one we gotta save some chats for next one, bro?
Oh, it's looking like that because that's another thing that we're gonna do at 11 o'clock, man. We're gonna hop on these phone lines because man, the upper room, y'all showed up and y'all showed out in these calls, man. So we got a ton of calls. And remember last week and the past 2 weeks, we really haven't had enough time to get through them all. So we said, man, we're going to dedicate a lot more time to y'all this week to make sure we can get as many of those calls in and react to those before we have to get to Zach Banner, because we did say that starts at 12:20 and that's for upper room members only. But at 12:20, man, he will be joining us on the show, man. So you definitely want to make sure if you're not an upper room member that you sign up at some point before 12:20, because once we shift it, it's over. And you gotta wait. You gotta wait till not even tomorrow. Some point tomorrow, because I'm throwing my days off. Today is Tuesday, so you'd have to wait to some point on Wednesday where I might remember to release it to everyone else. But you won't be able to have the chance to be up there live or ask Zach Banner questions as well. So definitely, check that out. Yeah, and Mike Matizik says his call would have had to been censored if he called it, and I appreciate you for not doing that. Because that is the other part, right? I do have to go through and censor them at times. Like, all right, make sure we good. All right, good. No crazy slanders, no slurs. All right, cool. Anything negative about Deke? All right, I will let that slide.
That's fine.
No, but
people can shit on me. That's cool.
All right,
100%.
But so we'll do a couple more of these, and after that, man, we'll hop onto this phone line, man. But Levante Mahoney says, until we are mathematically out of the playoffs, we keep playing Ben. This is Pittsburgh. We play to win the game. Expect me to rely on Rudolph? God, no. Fair enough, Levante. Fair enough, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I do know that some people have that same sentiment, though, in terms of the rely on Rudolph. God, no, they have said that about 7 now, just because not everybody has the same level of patience as you, Deke, me to an extent. Just, but I like it, though. I like it. All right, so let me start taking pictures of these just to make sure I don't lose any of these chats. All righty. Because, unlike Monday's show.
So we going to the lines then?
Yeah, because unlike last week where we had to, y'all see him now, right? Safety belt, man. He's good to go, baby. He is good to go. But yeah, man, because last week when we did this, we had to wait until like Wednesday's show from Monday to do it. Whereas now it's just gonna be tomorrow because we're back on tomorrow night in prime time because we got to do the breakdown, man. Just because the show waited a day doesn't mean that this content gonna wait. Nah, man. Nah, y'all gotta get this. So we're gonna definitely make sure we get y'all right.
100%.
Yeah. And I see these new upper room members. I will definitely be shouting y'all out as well. Let me get this phone situation taken care of so that way we can hit these phone lines and hear from the people a little bit.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, I'll just give a quick take on what I think of the Steelers then. Reiterate maybe a little of what I've said. Just quick recap. Breaks aren't going our way. We're not playing our best. There were good things to take away from the Packers game. And I think we could turn it around this week for sure.
I like it.
That's my overall take.
I like when you get these type of takes, though, man. We need that from the people, from the culture. But all right, here we go, man. Here we go. Let's get a couple people to get it off their chest today, man. Now, it was a lot of y'all out here. That's all I'm going to say. It was a heck of a lot of y'all. Make sure I got my banner up the way it's supposed to be. Not Zach banner, but this banner, you know, where we get it off our chest. Shout out to the production team right there, man. You know, those guys behind the camera doing all that fancy jazz stuff. We like that. Deke.
Moats, Deke. Man, they robbed us. They just robbed us. It's Jake from North Carolina. Oh, man, I'm heated right now. Oh, what a good play by Minka Hayden. And then they just robbed us. Anyway. Ben, first drive, first quarter. Hasn't scored in the first quarter in, 10, 11 games. First drive, I don't know how many games. Ben said, hold my beer. Went out there, scored, touchdown. Then I think he went to the sideline and drank that beer because he could not get accurate for nothing. You seen the frustration with Juju slamming his little computer thing down? Juju don't get like that. I don't know, Deke, Ben might be it might be his time, man. Got old age creeping up. Ingram holding it down. Secondary looking like trash. Bush gets hurt again. 22 doing his thing. Like I say, he always does what he can do. Man, let's see what this second half has to offer us. Meek, I'm just hoping that we can pull this out somehow. All right, fellas. Big Moats, peace.
So he was going at the first half.
He was, man. He was. I like it, though. I like it.
What's going on, Deke? What's going on, Moats? This is DeMar Brown calling out Augusta, Georgia. More of the same. Watching the game, I couldn't tell if Ben Roethlisberger was playing quarterback or goddamn Santa Claus. He got a different offensive lineman sitting in his lap every single play, man. It's getting ridiculous. And, of course, I guess TJ and Highsmith decided to take the day off as well. We can't get a pass rush.
Brings up a point, though, man.
Is that it?
I think that was it for him. That's where he stopped at, man. Shout out to Demondo, man. Demondo's been in here, but now he brings up a point, man. We're lacking in that pass rush. Need more. Let's go.
Moats and Deke, what's up? Mike Emanuel from Portland. Man, yeah, so congrats to Ben first off for passing Dan Marino on the all-time passing list. This is, I guess, a continuation from last week where we're just trying to figure out our identity in a way. I saw some improvements in that area. I didn't expect us to come out and get this win. Honestly, it's Aaron Rodgers, and he has a pretty stout offensive line and a pretty comparable defense. So we had an uphill battle, which we saw, and then turnovers don't help. So it's just going to be a journey, and we'll see the end of it. I guess week 17, but I guess we just continue marching on as a nation. So I'm out of here. Peace.
Hey, shout out. He's on dad duty. I like that right there, right? Hey. Yeah. Shout out. But, hey, congrats on the 400 passing touchdowns, too. I will say this, man. That was like vintage 7-2, man. You get the hard count. Shout out to Kendrick Green snapping the ball, and then 7, man, moving in the pocket and daggering that thing, man. I just wish we would have saw him take more chances downfield after that. I don't remember him ever going back to that.
Do you consider the 2 Juju throws?
They were different. I mean, they were still shots, I guess, but I didn't think they were in the same manner of like challenging, like, because Juju was open. Like, it was clear he was wide open on those plays. Whereas with Deontay, that was more, I just think that my guy can win right here, and I'm going to put this ball where I can give him a chance to win. And that was what I was saying. Like, I wanted to see a little bit more of that. Also, I don't really think we did
he
that.
Created
outside
time
of
for
that.
himself. That's the thing, though. We haven't had that type of line, I guess, up to this point. They did, trust me, I felt like they played pretty solid yesterday, all things considering. But I don't think he's really had that where he can just drop back, sit there, wait for the guy to like went on a streak up to this point thus far.
Yeah, so that was interesting.
That's my thoughts. But yeah, I guess I don't know. The one, it just would have been really nice if those Juju plays were connected.
That changes everything, right?
It really would have.
All right, who's next to get it off their chest?
Moats, Deke, welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Sequoia Harris, Bronx, New York, Mr. 718. My man. This secondary, horrendous. O-line, horrendous. Dan Moore, horrendous. Deke, don't cry, but Ben has got to go. He didn't play as bad as he did last week, but Ben has got to go. It's time for change. Most Deke, love y'all. Tune in tomorrow.
God. Sometimes you got to get it off your chest. Now, I do see people in the chat asking, man, how do I call in? This is a perk for upper room members, okay? So as an upper room member, what I do during the games or at the end of the games, I'll post whatever the call will be for that number or for that week's game in the post for the community, but for the members only to see. And then from there, they're able to call in and get these things going. So that is one of the nicer perks about being an upper room member, as well as, like we said at 12:20, when we shift this day over to a Zach Banner Tuesday, they'll be able to be on the live interview that we'll be having with him as well. So those are some of the bigger perks of being an upper room member and stuff like that. But that's ultimately why they're able to call in or have called in. All right. Next person, though, to get it off their chest is
Deke, Moats, it's Q. 2 minutes left in this game now, and man, another disappointment. That's really all this is. This offense is terrible. Ben is so bad, man. I can't even stand to watch him at this point anymore. Offensive line is bad. I mean, it played better overall this week compared to the last 3. But like Ben, man, missing wide open throws. Just like, come on, man. It's really disheartening to watch him play football. The only time he seems confident in any game plan is if he throws everybody 5 wide and just throws a quick pass within 2 seconds. Like the 4th down play again to Najee, that was the same play. What was it? Last week we saw that play? Or was it the Raiders game? I don't even know. To the flat. Like, what are they doing? If you wanted him to get into space like that and you want Najee to do what he can do, why don't you just run a screen pass? The bogus offsides for the field goal. I'm like, come on, man. That wasn't offside. But either way, like, this offense can't do anything. And if we keep losing like this, I mean, honestly, we're not even going to be able to compete in division because everybody's 3-1. And we already have a loss in this division. So let me know your thoughts, guys. Peace.
Yeah, the division, we definitely got to start, just getting a win. Get the win, get back on track, man. We don't have to worry about winning all of them just yet. Just got to get one. It's an AFC opponent this weekend. Definitely got to get this one this weekend. Got to do that.
Yeah.
All right. Who else is getting it off their chest? Let's go.
Hey, what's up, boys? Boise, Idaho. Eric Long here. So, silver lining to the day. Eric Ebron caught 2 balls.
Let's go.
So, there's that. Yeah, I'm going to go stare at a wall. I'll catch you guys later.
Yo. It's like that sometimes. Just go stare at the wall, man. Dang.
Yeah. I took a long walk yesterday. And slept a lot.
That's what it was.
Yeah, didn't really check much.
Oh man.
Online.
Yeah.
Watched a little bit of the Monday night game. Fell asleep to that.
Yeah.
But nah. Get what he's saying.
It was my daughter's birthday yesterday. I had fun. You know, she turned 15. I couldn't believe it. I was like, yo, I have a 15-year-old. Like, what the heck is going on here, bro? But it was a blast, man. I took her out to dinner. It was cool, man. And you know, I needed that. I needed that as well. It felt good. It just kind of like getaway. I had to unplug. It's like I don't want to watch. I don't want to talk it. Just let me get away. Yes. So you know, we're good now. But now we're back. Yeah. We're back in the saddle, man. Let's go.
What's going on, y'all? This is Chaz Holt calling from the 760 Oceanside, California. Tough game. I do think we got screwed on that 10-point swing. We could have went up on that block kick, but refs cheated us right there. Other than that, man, defense didn't come and show out. Najee looked good as always. Same for Deontay. But, yeah, man, that 10-point swing was big. Also, Ben missing Juju on 2 tubs. That also killed us. So, I think it's about that time to make that switch. Hey, nonetheless, love the content, boys. Keep it up. Peace.
Nah, man, we appreciate you. Absolutely. And
appreciate the support.
The 10-point swing, we not glossing over that because that's very much impactful in terms of the flow of it. And we do think that would have changed a lot. But in terms of winning and losing, that's the part where it's just because it was so early. It wasn't like this was in the fourth quarter. It's one of those things where we're not going to just, chalk the yesterday's performance up to solely that. But nah, man, it's a good call right there. Good call. So far, so good with these calls, man. I like this, man.
100%.
Let's go, man. Good take so far. Let's see.
All right.
What up, Moats and Deke and everybody in the upper room? It's Twan calling from Atlanta. The game just ended. My heart's a little broken still, but not losing faith yet. Man, Najee was looking good. Ben was looking good in the beginning, then started missing everything. But the O-line just needs to improve. We need to do whatever we got to do. Trade people, cut people, do something, get this O-line working. We need to do something. I don't know, Matt Canada, you got a couple more games, and I think you got to go. I don't know. Peace.
Dang, they had Matt Canada head. Oh, Lord, not Matt Canada, man.
Well, did you see the Todd Haley conspiracy that's out there?
Oh,
did you?
I did not. I've been unplugged, bro. Talk to me,
it's
man. It's
not a conspiracy, but he liked some tweets saying like the Steelers ran Haley out of town and it ain't been the same or something like that. He liked the tweet. Like you can go to his Twitter, his likes. It's right there.
I might have said something like that as well.
Did you like the tweet too?
If I see it, I don't be surprised if the body 52 don't just click.
Hold on, let me find it. I want to get the exact phrase. It still might be there.
I think it's accurate though, man. I said, I agree.
No, what do you know what his account is?
I don't know, because I've seen people talk about it with Haley though, because he is up there though. He's up there.
Hold on. Give me one more chance to find this.
All right, here we go. I believe in you, man. While you're doing that, actually, man, no, I'm not gonna do that. Actually, here we go.
I got it.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
He got the Sirius XM banner in the background. I see you, Brandon. I see you. You better rock that Sirius XM, yes, sir.
Yeah, it's under likes. Steeler fans ran the Todd Haley out of town.
Wow.
And this offense has
Todd
been
Haley.
complete ass cheeks ever since.
Wow.
You like the tweet?
I mean,
that's been making rounds.
Well, we already had that talk. We differed. I thought that it hasn't been the same. You said that it
just for one season. Yeah. I'm saying for one season, the 2018 season.
I
would much rather have Haley as offensive coordinator. I liked Haley, 100%.
Yeah, I like it. All right, I'm gonna put a couple more of these calls. Then I'm gonna hit your new upper room members because I see everybody in there, especially my dog Juan Wrangle. You know I got you. But So we're gonna do one or two more calls. I'm going to read these upper room members that just got in, and then we'll get back to finishing these calls. Because, like I said, y'all got a rack of calls, man. But that's a part of the upper room perks. I want to make sure that we give y'all due diligence, because y'all support us. We want to make sure that we are living up to what we're saying. So, with that being said, let's hear this one real quick to get it off their chest. Boom.
Hey, Moats. This is Alan T. calling from Pittsburgh, living in the ATL. Just giving you guys a call. Firstly, I wanted to say I love your podcast. You and Deke just, you guys have such great energy together on camera and everything, and you guys are killing the podcast game. I learned so
Thanks.
much
Man, respect.
from it. But I did want to say, man, the Steelers this year are not looking good. Ben missed a lot of easy passes that he overthrew. And I'm happy that we didn't hit Aaron Rodgers too much because we're going to need him for next year. Shout out to Deke on that one. All right, looking forward to your show tomorrow, and keep up the great work, fellas.
Respect. I mean, you saw they was looking at each other. We talked about it. They had the Google eyes, man. I'm glad they ain't hit him too much either. Just a little trip. All right. Next one. Let's go. Bing.
Hey, Moats and Deke. This is Zeke Shazier, tuned in from London. Man, this game was very disappointing. I thought the defense played well. Ben had 2 turnovers. That was very short field for them. So, they capitalized, but, can't really fault them on the defense. I feel like Ben was mostly the fault for this game. What are your guys' take? Deke and Moats, let me know. All right, you guys. On to week 5. All right.
I don't know what's more funny, like when people were trying to end their calls at times, or when they first started out their call, and you can just hear like, yo, y'all all right over there, man? What's going on, man?
Yeah.
That's pretty clean though, man. All right, so a couple of these upper room shouts we're gonna get to real quick,
Okay.
man. First off, Blitzburg, welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. All right, next up, man, on the upper room front, we have Aiden Yount, welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Man, I feel like I'm in the studio right now with these headphones.
Yeah.
Man, that vocals. I am your father. I'm sorry. I'm having way too much fun right now. All right, we got Landon Cisco. Welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. And then I see you, Gary Thornton. Welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. And I can't forget about you, Norrell Mortz. Welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. And then I see you, Jay Mail. Welcome to the upper room. I feel like I'm cutting a promo in here, but with the upper room. I see you, Alistair Dow. Welcome to the upper room. And then we got Black and Yellow, Texas Steel. I like that name, Black and Yellow, Texas Steel. Welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. And then can't forget about the homie, Juan Rangel. Welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. And then the last one that we're going to get to before we get back to these phone lines is from Grayson Brown. Welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. And once again, for those upper room members, we will be on the phone with Zach Banner today, starting at 12:20 when we shift the stream over to members only. All right. So with that being said, new members, make sure y'all stay tuned at 12:20, man, when we get the show going to the private part. And then we get that thing going with Mr. Zach Banner, which is going to be a blast.
Maybe get some good updates or something.
Hope so, right? Once again, we need you.
Did Haig play that bad?
No, I didn't. I thought he played well.
Yeah.
I mean, considering I thought he played well. I thought the other side.
Yeah, Dan Moore.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, the other side was a little rough. But no, Joe looked good. Man. See what it looked like this week?
We're going to have to chip.
Let's get it.
Hey, Moats and Deke. This is Zeke Shazier, tuned in from London. Man, this game was very disappointing. I thought the defense played well. Ben had 2 turnovers. That was very short field for them. So, they capitalized, but, can't really fault them on the defense. I feel like Ben was mostly the fault for this game. What are your guys' take? Deke and Moats, let me know. All right, you guys. On to week 5. All right.
I just played that one again. I tell you, remember the end of it, man. That's my man over in London town, though.
Was it the same guy?
That was, right? Zeke Shazier, wasn't it?
It was.
I better say it was Zeke Shazier. Dang. See, because I got the looking over here. I totally tripped out, man. And now I'm lost where I was at on my thing, too. I'm like, dang, I don't know which call I was just on, bro. Hey, when in doubt, you know what you got to do. You just pick the next one and hope for the best. So with that being said, I think I'm going to go with this one.
Hey, fellas, it's Chaz from 412 North Shore.
I don't think we heard this one.
Well, what can we say? Steelers are not meeting our expectations this year. I hate to say it, Deke, but I think Ben's number's up. I know you don't want to admit it, don't want to think it, but it just shows in his play. He's inconsistent. He seems rattled and nervous, not poised like he used to be in the day, forcing passes, overthrowing, et cetera, et cetera. It's just continuing from last season till now. Yeah, so there's that. Najee had a pretty decent game. He's still trying to produce and to prove himself. He's looking okay. Defense non-existent today. I think, obviously a few of the players coming back off injury weren't 100%, and you just can't do that. It hurts the team. But then again, you're talking to Aaron Rodgers, one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, and he's cooled us, and that's all there is to it. We lost, and that's the exact score you picked, Moatsy. 27-17 pack you picked. Wow. Are you like clairvoyant, man? Can you maybe pick some lotto numbers for me? Damn. Anyways, guys, that's that. Not much else to say, man. Peace out. Hope you guys have a good week. Later, bye.
They get the pick on the money.
I did. I didn't want to be right though. I don't like being right. I don't. That was, yeah. I even had a chance to change it too.
Who'd you pick in the Bengals game?
I don't remember.
Did you pick Steelers and the Raiders?
Oh man.
I was gonna say, are you 3-1 and I'm 1-3?
No.
Is it looking like the AFC North?
No, I think. I had us winning Bengals. I think. I don't remember, bro. I really don't.
You're just smoking, man. These record predictions, though.
No, man. You got the juice, bro. I'm just here. So I don't get fined. That's all I'm here for, man. All right. Who else is getting off their chest, though?
Hey, Moats and Deke. This is Zeke Shazier.
Bro, like, why do I keep going back to that one? Like, am I tripping over here? Like, geez. Now. Oh, now I figured out what it was. It was 2-4-1-2 calls on the opposite end of Zeke. So when I clicked on it the first time, I clicked on the wrong one.
I get you.
Now we're good.
Hey, fellas. It's Chaz from 412 North Shore.
Bruh, that's the 4-1-2. Here we go. Now we're back on track. Jeez Louise.
Moats, Deke, Juicebox 32, calling from Aurora.
Oh, there's Juicebox.
All right, listen.
There we go.
I had this game pinned as a loss at the beginning of the season, so that doesn't really bother me that we lost. It does suck that it's on top of these past 2 losses that I didn't have. But, here we are. This is who we are, right? This is it. I'm still going to sit here and watch this every week, but this is bad. I'm looking forward to Deke playing defense and, changing the narrative and trying to make this look good for Ben. I'm really curious as to how he's going to do that all day. But, still here, still sports team. Hopefully next week we can bounce back against Denver. All right.
He's laughing out as he's talking.
Everyone who didn't get welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. I know, Moats. I know you get them. But I hit that like button. All right, peace. Here we go.
Yo. that was pretty funny right there, man. But you do play defense pretty well. I will say that. You're really, really good at defense.
Well, all I'm saying is there are things to take away. There's positives. I do think Ben needs to play better, but there were breaks that didn't go our way. I think if we start connecting on some of those, they weren't too far off. I see something there.
All right.
Don't write off Ben. Don't write off this team. That's all I'm saying.
We shall overcome. We shall overcome. All right, let's see who we got next on the line. Make sure I get this call right this time, right? Because I will not play Zeke Shazier for the fourth time.
Tyler from Reading, Pennsylvania. Tough game to watch for sure. We were all hoping that they could turn it around against the Packers and have another good game. But, man, as much as I love Ben and I want nothing but for them to turn it around, I don't know if it's going to happen at this point. His decision-making just isn't where it used to be. He just looks old, and it's sad to see. But hopefully they can turn it around and give us some hope for the season. I'll see y'all against the Titans.
Titans? Oh, at home. Okay.
Yeah. I was like, man, we got the Titans this weekend, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I like it, though, man.
See you there, bro.
You said what now?
I said we'll see you there.
Absolutely. We definitely see you there, man. Got to have a blast with that.
Yo, Moats, Deke, man. What's good, man? It's Corey Rayford calling from New Orleans, man.
Ooh, the boot. Okay.
The offensive line, bro. We got to get that fixed, man. We got to get some kind of veterans up there to help those young guys out because they killing us right now, bro. And I know Ben, he made some bad plays, missed some throws or whatnot, but when you ain't got a good offensive line up there, man, of course you're going to be a little off, man. I'm just saying, man, the dude getting smacked around up there, bro. I do like how he played today by us not having Claypool, man. He stepped up. I think we need to get him a lot more involved in the offensive game plan, bro. But defense, they did what they can, man. But I don't know, man. Of course, that flag that they called, man, that was not an offsides, man. I don't know what was going on with that, but man, you can't leave it up to the refs. That just shows you that right there. But other than that, man, y'all have a good day, man. I'm gonna have to do some traveling after this one, man. But yeah, man, y'all be cool, man. Peace.
Hey, we all wanted to travel a little bit after that performance, man. It happens. It happens. I can respect it though. Brings up a good point though, in terms of he gotta have some protection at times. We did agree with that.
Yeah. O-line wasn't perfect. I like the steps they're taking though, for sure.
Now that was kudos seeing that 504 pop up. It reminded me of that song when I was growing up. We the 504 boys, huh? We the 504 boys. For all my New Orleans people. All right, who's next to get it off their chest?
Yo, what up, Deke? What up, Moats? This is Chase Paul from Arizona. Gotta say, man, we're in some trouble now. Our whole division's 3-1, and we're 1-3. We ain't looking too good, and it looks like Ben keeps getting hurt, man. I don't know. We might have to change something up or figure something out, because the way this team's looking, man, we ain't gonna make it very far. And why are we still putting Ebron on the field, man? He needs to go. It's just sad how we perform. Every week it seems like the wide receivers are off. So my question, just like on the live, is it the wide receivers or is it actually Ben? Sure, looking like it could be Ben. I don't know. I'd like to see what you guys think of it. But I'll catch you guys on the live. Peace.
We're going to see. Is it Ben or is it coordinator? That's the debate.
We brought up receivers, too.
Brought them up as well. I kind of liked how the receivers played, though. Did.
Yeah, not bad. I think Ben.
Played, man.
Trust me.
Yeah.
I think Ben runs the ship here.
All right, hey, let's get it done this
I've been
week,
saying
man.
it.
Let's get it.
Hello. My name is Miss Yay, and I am calling from Ohio. Well, Dayton, Ohio.
Shout out to Dayton.
My thoughts on the game. Well, it is what it is. You know, the Steelers have been playing pretty bad now. For a couple of years, our defense was just strong enough to overcome those struggles. And so now we're just seeing that, unfortunately, defense cannot carry us every game, and all of our holes are getting exposed. Is it heartbreaking? Sure. But, you know, at the end of the day, the Steelers are a good organization. They just need to rebuild. You know, it is now, and Ryan Clark said it best, it is the end of an era. And I'm speaking as I've been a Steelers fan for a very long time. It's just the end of it is what it is. So, yes, they just need to rebuild. That's just kind of what it is. Have a good night.
Are you ready to blow it up? Is it? He said, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not pulling that trigger just yet.
No.
It's all good, man.
Too early.
It's all good.
Sorry if I sound like a broken record, but no.
Hey, man, we got plenty of time, ladies and gentlemen. Plenty of time. Let's go.
Yo, it's Travion calling from Palmdale, California. Man, disappointed in the loss. More so because I feel like we didn't lose because like the Packers beat us because they were a better team. Honestly, I feel like there's a chance that we weren't offsides on that field goal block, and if Ben hits on one of those deep throws to Juju, it's a completely different game. I thought outside of that, the second drive where Ben fumbled, I thought our O-line played good for the most part. I feel like they got positive yardage in the run game. But, man, it's just crazy how fast things can switch in the NFL. On a play before that sack fumble, if Ben hits Juju on that play, it's a big gain. It's a first down. But instead, you miss that pass. Next play, you fumble. Provide them with a short field. They go down, score, and there's only so much our defense can do. We just gotta tighten up on offense, man. I feel like it's there. We're just off just a little bit.
Nah, man, that sounds like Coach Tomlin talk right there, baby. Moats, you gotta make the play you're supposed to make. Because right here, we look at this and we say that's not significant, right? Oh, it was just a little bit off. All right. But then it leads to this, which is significant, which then leads to that, which is very significant. Got to make this play first. Got to make the one you're supposed to make. That's what he always say, man. So, yeah, shout out to that call right there, man. I agree. All right, who else we have getting it off their chest?
Hey, guys, this is Rarity Unlimited. Man, it was a tough game to watch. Ben missed some throws. Defense missed some plays. But I feel like this game comes back to Ben missing 2 wide open touchdowns. I love the guy. I've been a fan since I was a kid. But dang, man, he's got to tighten it up, or else we're going to go not down a good road this year. Hey, guys, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Hey, Deke and Moats, peace.
All right, 381. Let's get to 400 at least.
At least if y'all gonna be bashing 7, and y'all know what that does to my man Deke over here. If y'all gonna be getting on 7, at least be giving likes as well. All right, that's all we gonna say. If y'all gonna get on the man, get on him and pat him on the back. That's the least we could do. So I just wanted to make sure I was a man of my word. Pat you on your back while we, I'm here for you.
Okay.
Every time I'm with you, I got you, dog. We there. I got you. So
you're about to fight, huh?
I always got you, man. I'm never about to fight, but I got you back. I always got you. Yeah, I told you. I got you, man. I told you. I hold true to my word. That was funny, though. I mean, the door's right there. If you said, you trying to go outside? Well, I'm not saying that I'm not trying to go outside, but if you want to go outside, I'm okay with going outside. Like, Deke, stop. That's not what you're supposed to say, Deke. Stop it. Dude, my quarterback's better than yours. I get what you're saying if you like quarterbacks with man buns, but what does that say about you? Dude, are you trying? You coming at me, bro? I'm not saying that I'm coming at you, but I'm not coming at you either. He ain't go that far, but that's what my man hit. That big Deke energy will drop that on you. It's a sight to see. I love it. All right, who else is getting it off their chest? Let's go.
Hey, this is Joe Gutter, Brobarian. Hey, man, it was a tough loss. Tough loss because I thought we had something going when I saw Ben score on his first drive. I enjoyed that. However, we have a lot of stuff to do when it comes to offensive lines, you guys can see. And our running back still couldn't crack that 100-yard mark the way I would like. Or just, I don't think he cracked it at all. Only thing I can say as far as positives, we got some grit about this team, got some fight about this team. And I think over time, all this stuff's going to come together and we're going to be like, you know what? Remember when. So until that time, let's enjoy this ride the best way we can. Go Steelers, go Upper Room. Deke and Moats, we love you guys. Y'all stay cool. Catch y'all later. Bye.
Shout out to Jogger the Brobarian. Always tuning in from the crib, man. I like it. Man. Dude, it's still a rack of calls. A rack of a rack.
What we at? 11:34.
Oh, we're at 11:34. Okay. So time isn't as bad as I thought it was then. Okay. Or should I get some more of these supers though?
It's up to you, bro. It's up to you.
Because I'd have given us 30 minutes, man. We gave him 30 minutes.
The calls, yeah.
Still a rack of them. But we gave him 30.
We got super chats.
We gave him 30. Yeah, we go supers, and then after that, we'll see where we're at. Because once 12 hit, we will end this. Give us a little bit of time between. And then after that, man, we will restart the new stream for the Upper Room members that are out there, right? That are going to be on the Zach Banner Tuesday interview, man, that we always do on Tuesdays exclusively for Upper Room members, man. So that is going to be a blast. Yes, it is. So, yeah, man. It's your call, man. What you want?
Yeah, go super chats.
Let's get some chats in here, man. Man, shout out to people's getting it off their chest, though. Gosh, man. Tell you, man, we're going to have a whole, day's worth of just get it off your chest because y'all call. Y'all get it off your chest. We like that. All right, but let's get to the supers, though, man. Let's get this thing popping. Now, dang, I should have asked myself which one did we stop on, but I think I'll be able to figure this out.
Yeah, I apologize. This was on you.
All right, here we go. So we had hit the like button or Ben stays at quarterback. We had the passes. Okay, now we are here. I've got us. Dave Shipley. Shout out to Dave Shipley. Dave Shipley says, Mason has happy feet. Or very, very happy feet. He actually used an explicit in there, but I don't feel like using that explicit of today. So he simply says that Mason has very happy feet.
Yeah, I remember that. Okay. I remember that being the case.
I remember it early on. I don't necessarily remember it.
No, he looked good. 17. He looked good in the Jets and Browns game. He looked like he improved. But that's my thing. I don't remember it from back. Yeah. Overall, he wasn't. Yeah, pocket presence and all that. I didn't think it was that good
at first, but he has improved.
I give him that.
That's all I'm saying. Yeah. So I get that, but yeah, that's old. What we've currently seen from him has not been that. That's all. All right. We got Eric Hargrove, though. Eric Hargrove says, Deke is the band and Ben is the Titanic. Oh, man. Now, you might be too young for that reference. Do you get that reference?
I never seen Titanic.
Fair enough. All right. So in the movie Titanic, you know the Titanic, right? The concept of just the biggest ship, supposed to be unsinkable, can't get sunk, hits an iceberg, sinks, right? Big deal. They made a movie out of Leonardo DiCaprio. Awesome in it. Doesn't win an Oscar. Can't understand it. But in the movie, iconic scene in the movie, the Titanic has finally hit the iceberg and it's slowly going down. It wasn't a quick thing. It was like take a couple hours to go down, the sink. Everybody's panicking, throwing people overboard, jumping on these lifeboats. Everybody's fighting for vests because it wasn't enough vests in boats for the amount of people that were on the ship. It was just like flawed that way because they were like, hey, it can't get sunk. So the band, though, as it's sinking, they keep playing. They're in full tuxedos, and it's like a cello. It's a string quartet. So it's like you got the cello, you got the violin, and like everybody's panicking, losing their mind, running over the ship, people grabbing the kids' hands, like, come on, we got to get on the boat. And the guy, he like shakes his guy's hands. He's like, yo, we've been doing this for so long. I love y'all. They leave. And as they leave, you just hear this violin. And next thing you know, they stop. They give each other a look. And they all come back and start playing as the ship is going down. It's like the most melodramatic, just slow motion. Just like, oh my gosh. And you know they're going to die. You're like, oh, why are you still playing, bro? The ship is going bottleneck. The ship went from being regular to the booty up and it was twerking. All right. It went from right here to City Girls right here. That's what was up. It was all right. But they kept playing until they couldn't play anymore. So I'm assuming that's when he says that reference, that's what he's referring to like that. All right. You still up there playing while the ship done went full Megan Thee Stallion, you know what I mean? And it's up there. And you up here like, I'm over here like, yo, kids, get over here. Wife, get on my back. We out of here. You know what I mean? Like that's my energy right now. But I like the fact that you still playing, bro. You keep playing that. Man, you keep playing. You keep playing, man. Because you'll be talked about forever. We talked about two things with the Titanic, man. The ship went down, and the band played when the ship went down. All right, so you'll be remembered forever. You'll be a legend. You're a legend, bro. You'll be a legend. Because that band is a legend. I can't even tell you the name of the group or how many members was in the group, or even if they had a nice song. They're forever known as the band that played when the Titanic went down. Because they kept playing. They might not even been a band. It could have just been 5 random cats seeing different instruments and was like, you know what, bro? Man, play that joint right there. Hey, man, you know I'm going to play this over here. And they ain't even have on a suit. They probably had on like pajamas because it was in the middle of the night. But when you talk about it after the fact, yo, the band played when the shit went down. It's the best group ever, man. It was like the Jackson 5 out there, man. I'm telling you, bro. Tell you, man, they was man all time great. But Earth, Wind, and Fire actually was inspired by that band, bro. All right, yeah, there it is.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, man.
Well,
all right, but shout out to Eric.
Well, I was gonna say,
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
we
You-
saw with the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not writing this team off. I'm not writing this team off. So, or Ben off. Yeah.
I love it, Deke. I love it. All right, we got the analyzer. The analyzer says, "This is an intervention for Deke. Ben ain't it for us. He had a decent run. Whoa, Hall of Famer, not an elite player anymore, though. All right. I get the not an elite player anymore, though. But you can't say decent run, baby. All right. I know we in the moment. Decent run? Come on, baby. Come on now. We could get on him, but we can't say decent run. 7 did some magical stuff. Yeah, man. He did some magical stuff. But I do agree, though, that the elite part, yeah. We'll just keep playing. I'm with it, bro.
I'm saying the run ain't over.
Yeah. Oh, all right. Here we go.
That's all.
I'm with it, man. All right. Let's go. Darius Jones. Shout out to Darius. He says, when birds are loose in Pittsburgh, we suck. When the duck was loose, we sucked. When the Sea Eagle was loose, and now that the Sea Eagle is loose, we are garbage. They'll get better. You're right. Actually, I do think the Sea Eagle was found, though.
What's he talking about? I missed this.
Oh, dude. So yeah, like this past month, bro, from the aviary, they have a Sea Eagle there. It escaped, and it was like apparently in like the southern part of no. It wasn't Shady Side, but it was like over in that side of town. They were just like roaming, and they were every day like, hey, if you see this bird, don't try to capture it. Just call the authorities. But they could never like lock it in. I think they got it like it was either Friday or Saturday. Actually, like were able to detain it. I don't even know. Do you even say detain or they captured said Sea Eagle? But yeah, the Sea Eagle been out for a little while, man. The Sea Eagle was a felon on the run, man. Sometimes you got to bust out that joint, man. Hey. It was like, look, bro, I ain't staying out here no more, man. Y'all ain't gonna keep me held down, locked up. So yeah, it was good to see that Sea Eagle have a little bit of a run, man. You know, I'm a fan of, you know, people that have a little janky on them, man. And that's a little janky right there by the Sea Eagle, man. He just, you know, he didn't want to stay captive. All right, with it. Let's get it. All right, Mike Matizik, and where are you at? Do you have any up on your end just yet or not? You probably not even close to anything, huh?
No.
I was looking like, bro, I don't see anything on your side. Lord.
I just got an upper room member. I think that's it. I'm at Quan Black.
Oh, yeah, bro. We ain't even close. All right. Let's see then. Oh, this is interesting. From Mike Matizik. It's like having a girlfriend who sleeps around with other guys, but you still love her and won't leave her. That is Deke's love of Ben. Wow. Jeez. Said your body's here with me, but your heart's on the other side of town. God dog. Lord. That's some commitment for you, though, boy.
These are some great comments. I'm not gonna lie. These are some good roasts.
Man said that's your girlfriend that just sleeps around and you know it. But you just love her. You won't leave her alone. Just dang God. Y'all, wow. Y'all so tough. I like it though. I like it. Wow. That's pretty good, man. That was a good one. All right, let's see who else who's gonna flame you right now, man. All right, Young Lou. Young Lou says, after Ben leaves, tell Deke he's no longer a Steelers fan. And get someone new for your podcast. He's a clown. Oh, listen. No slander like that, all right?
That's fine.
No. That's not fine. That's not cool, man. Not cool, all right? So no personal slander, right? Name calling constantly that get a little personal, right? But in terms of his Steeler fandom, that could be called into question because we have heard on occasion where he will side with 7 success over the team's success.
No, I just find them going hand in hand. But no, I mean the people that were around in 2019, I was very much still rooting for that team, and
to an extent. We said if Mason was to get hot though and ball out and lead us to a championship, you said you didn't want that.
I don't know if I ever said that.
You did say that because we was asking. We said if that happens and the team says that Mason's our guy, you were like, yeah, I don't want that.
No, I never said that. I want the Steelers to win a Super Bowl. I think the question was like, does it
Can
mean
Mason
more?
be the guy though?
No,
if
the
Mason
question
was the guy, how would you feel about that? Because that was when they were saying is Ben going to come back or not?
Oh, you're talking about when he initially got hurt?
Yeah.
No, I said like at the initial time he got hurt, I was like, yeah, I'm rooting for Mason. At the same time, I want Ben to keep playing.
Yeah.
I don't know if I ever said I didn't want us to win a championship. Though.
No. We said Mason be the reason we win the championship. We said he go out there, MVP it up and stuff like that. And now we transition. And that's when he was like, nah, I ain't trying to go there, bro.
I don't remember that. I don't remember that conversation. No, I think my sentiment was just, I think if we won a Super Bowl with Ben, it means more than another guy.
Wow.
For people that have like Ben as their favorite player, I mean, dude, he's been on the team for so long. It's just, it'd be different. Like it wouldn't feel right if like Ben got hurt and we won with someone else. It'd be way cooler if Ben won the championship with the team. Out of these last either this year, the next couple of years, however long he was playing, I just thought it'd be different. But no, hell, like I'm still rooting for the squad to win.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I wonder how like Eagles fans feel about that, like Nick Foles versus Wentz.
Wentz to
He
them.
was their guy though, right?
No, it's not the same.
Okay.
It's my opinion of it. Other people think otherwise. A lot of people have hated Ben throughout his whole career. So that's my perspective, though.
All right. Damon Brown, man, we heard from him on the phone lines. Now he's pulling up in the super chat as well. He says, just like my Steelers, I rock with you, Deke. Now or no matter what. Keep up that big Deke energy. Moats, quit pressing my boy. He doesn't want to talk about it. We not asking him anything, baby. We just vibing out. All right. And it was this Mystic Nice. Shout out to Mystic Nice. Mystic Nice says, man, Plank from Ed, and Eddie look more mobile than Ben at this point. It's just sad to see him at this point. Dude, that's a blast from the past too. You probably way too young for that.
No, I know that.
You remember Ed,
Eddie?
Man, that was good with the jaw breaks and walk around.
Yeah, I remember Ed.
Plank, it was just a piece of wood with a smiley face on it.
Yeah.
He wasn't very mobile. Now that I think about that. It was with Jimmy. Bro. Jimmy with the retainer, the braces thing. Jimmy and Plank. Dang. Oh man, I like to think Ben could do just a little bit more.
That's what I think. But
a smidge at least.
Yeah, he's had a couple of those rushing plays this year.
Yeah.
I swear, what was the game? I think it was the Bengals game. He looked pretty mobile in the pocket though.
Where he had
like
the one
moving
with
around and
Juju,
stuff. I thought he was moving. Yeah, I mean, he's just not known for his mobility. I just don't know what else is new here with some of these comments. Yeah. It's just, I think people are just piling on at this point.
Hey, you know what? Sometimes you got to pile on. That's a part of therapy as well. Sometimes when you go see a therapist, they're like, hey, tell me what makes you sad. And then you tell them, and they're like, sometimes like, yo, just get it off your chest. What you pissed off about? Maybe that's what they,
Hey, yeah, people are upset.
People are upset. Better out than it.
Right, this is an open forum. So
yeah, you gotta express it and communicate that thing sometimes, man. I'm with it, dude. I'm with it. All right. We also had Let's Go UW says, yo, Deke, I tweeted you some highlights if you want to feel better.
I remember that comment.
Okay. Hopefully it was good highlights.
Yeah, we'll see what it is. I got to check it out.
All right. And before we continue on, we did see Grayson Brown just hop in with a bigger chat.
I could read this one.
Yeah,
I got
this should have been like the current one. Yeah. Certain ones you got to pay a little bit more. They get a little present.
He says Steelers are sexy tanking. I don't care if you disagree. These are the steps to rebuilding a winning team. Wishful thinking for a Super Bowl this year. Division and AFC are young and tough. Steelers are young but not tough yet. Sexy 7-10.
Sexy 7-10. Dang, so he got Coach T having his first losing season too. All right.
I guess so. I guess so. Sexy tanking. I don't know what he means by that.
We ain't egregious with it. We trying to do it nicely. Just keep that quarterback in there the whole time. Keep this guy in there the whole time. We're going to keep throwing to Ebron. All right, we're going to keep doing these things. We're going to do it the nice way. Yeah. Maybe that's what he's implying by sexy tanking.
I think that's what he's saying.
That's what it sounds like, bro. That's pretty funny, though, man. I've never heard that term before. It's sexy tanking. All right. We also have Alex P. Alex P says, why are we talking about this? We talking about our Steelers starting QB. I'll take Haskins over Ben because of mobility. And Ben is playing horrible. Love Ben, though.
All right, well, yeah, I'm sticking with 7.
Okay.
So
I was just confused because he came, like, I thought initially he was about to double down on 7, and then he was like, I'm taking Haskins because of the mobility. Just, I can dig it, man. Sometimes people upset, man. When you get upset, sometimes you got to get off your chest. Like, hey, we are here for you, all right? If that's how you feel, I'm with it. Hey, salute you. All right. Still a Nation 412. Time to face the facts, Deke. If this team wants to get back to being good or being the good old Steelers, you move on from Ben now. Time for a new era.
I'm good. I'm good. We still got a chance.
He said, hold fast like old sailor, man. I see you, man.
We still got a chance this year.
Hey, sometimes you got to hold fast, right? Sometimes you just got to say, you know what? No, I'm not doing it. I remember my daughter, she used to do it all the time, man. Now she's kind of like growing up. She got like out of it a little bit, but she used to get so upset, bro. He was like, yo, babe, nah, you got to go. No. And when I see you with your 7, no. I like it though, man. I respect it though from the heart.
Yeah, no, I'm sticking with this team. I'm sticking with this team. Get 3-3 by the bye.
That's what we need, though. That is
said it a couple
need,
times. Yeah.
That's what we need. All right. We had Jillian Hernandez. Shout out to Jillian Hernandez. Jillian says, with Ben's performance as of recently, how do you feel about trading for a QB now? I'm sure we can grab Drew Lock or Kyle Trask from the Bucks for cheap.
No. Just no.
I mean, we played Drew Lock. Are Drew Lock? Are we calling him cucks this week?
This guy?
I'm just saying because you said that last week when people was like, should we trade for Rodgers? We want Rodgers. You was like, yo, y'all cucks because we playing them this week.
There's not enough people that are like behind.
Okay.
Like this is just a one-off. He's just spewing out theories. Gotcha. No, there were like legitimate people like fawning over Rodgers last week.
Okay,
this is different. No, I'm not gonna say that. I can, but no, I don't think he's not going that direction with it.
All right, but if I had to pick between the two, I would rather go Kyle Trask. At least give me something that I haven't known that can be really bad at times. But no, Drew straight. He just got to, stop turning the ball over. All right. We got the man, y'all be spelling. Y'all are creative with the spelling. I like it. This is from the Architect, though. The Architect says, James silently produces. Give touches he deserves. I agree with that. In terms of James Washington, man, he does need more opportunities. We're seeing him. He wins, and he catches it. It's a recipe for success. We need more of that, though, man. And 7 has a little bit of rapport. Hopefully, we can keep that building up, too, man. Mm-hmm.
It may just happen by default this week if Claypool's out again.
Yeah, because if Claypool
he may get another chance.
Put my man back on the bench, man. He gonna be hot. I mean, all he do is produce. He get the opportunity to produce, man. It sucks.
Yeah, he saw it.
Yeah. All right, we got Black Lavender. Shout out to Black Lavender. He says, need the 7 that watched Lisa Ann and Sarah J back. I am so confused right now. What is that? Who are they? Who are they?
I'll put it. I don't know who they are. I've heard of the first name. She's in a certain industry.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know them people, so you know what? Hey, nix that one. Yeah. Because I would say that.
What they're saying.
I'm going to say, Lord have mercy.
He came out a year or two ago and said he had like a porn addiction and.
Oh, what?
You didn't hear about that?
No.
Like in 2020.
I didn't know he said their names?
No. He's.
Oh, okay.
That's part of the joke.
Gotcha. Okay. I remember him saying that. I just didn't know that. Okay. I was like, wait a minute, bro. Hold on.
That was part of the joke.
Man, you had me nervous, man. Yeah,
that's what he was saying. So whatever time period, Ben, I don't know.
So those were oh, man.
No, well, like I said,
I'm assuming like during that time frame, they probably already popular people. All right.
Right, popular. So yeah, he's just making a joke that whenever Ben was on that,
he was balling
because
out.
he said he stopped in, I don't know when the interview was, like 2020. So yeah, sometime before that. That's what he's saying. He just wants the old Ben back. He said,
I like my stars Yankee. You know how I feel. Listen, I'm all for you getting it together, and I'm with that. And you do need to get it together. You can just wait till you retire, though. I'm sorry, man. I just didn't know. Y'all got me up here reading off, names from different industries that I'm not affiliated with. And man, I'm over here looking crazy right now, man. Lord. But I do agree with you. I got what you're saying, Black Lavender. I got what you're saying. All right, I'm with it. just not the specifics. I ain't trying to be, you know what I'm saying, doing that. But I get what you're saying. I get, Lord, now y'all going nuts in the chat. Lord, Donald Copley, you a wild one, baby. Luke Walker, I see you. Whew, all right. That was pretty funny right there, man. I was thoroughly surprised. I legitimately did not know who that was, man, or who they were. I'm glad you knew, because you know what I got nervous for, bro? I started thinking that they dropped some names from like the negative. I'm like, bro, oh man, I ain't trying to go out like that now. But that is good to know that was just regular people. So shout out.
He was just making a joke.
Yeah, man, that was pretty funny right there, man. All right. Next, we got Zeke Shazier, man. We didn't heard from him multiple times today, thanks to yours truly. Shout out to Zeke Shazier. He's like our, favorite guest all of a sudden here. But Zeke says, love you guys. Been watching since 2018. I found you guys my freshman year in London when I was feeling homesick. He's from the 818. I've watched every podcast.
Damn.
Dude, man, we appreciate you from the heart, man. And shout out to the fact that, who was able to help you out while you was in London, man. I hope you've been enjoying the London experience as well, man. That's pretty awesome, though, man. Shout out to you, man. Dude, that's crazy. I like that.
For sure.
All right, and then we have Travion Sanders. Travion Sanders says, we need to involve Kalen Ballage more in the offense. He complements Najee better. Also need more Pat Freiermuth involvement and more aggressiveness at cornerback. Yeah, we haven't seen Ballage. Once again, it was Benny Snell yesterday.
Yeah, I don't really like that.
I know you don't.
I'd rather see Ballage get a carry or two. Let's take a chance.
I'm with that.
Didn't Benny Snell get a special teams penalty too? I think he did yesterday.
He might have. I don't remember. Yeah, but I could definitely get behind get Kalen Ballage more involved, train in. Definitely Pat Freiermuth. In terms of the cornerbacks and their aggressiveness, yes, I mean, sometimes you got some bad matchups. That's Randall Cobb. He looked like he was like old school Randall Cobb yesterday. Maybe he was watching those young ladies. That was the Randall Cobb this show, because I ain't seen Randall Cobb play like that in a minute, man. Randall was a good. Am I missing something here, or did Randall show up a little bit different yesterday? Because when we talked about Randall Cobb,
it might be the Packers uni.
That's what it is. Because I thought with Randall, I was like, bro, he's more name than productivity right now. And seeing him yesterday or Sunday, I'm like, bro.
You know what?
Maybe I was off. Maybe I was wrong.
He did decent for Dallas 2 years back. He was in Houston last year, so that was a little weird.
Maybe the Houston year threw me out, because I didn't like watching him in Houston.
Yeah.
I mean, we even played Houston. It was like, he's out there, but he's just out there. He ain't doing nothing.
I think he had like 800 something with Dallas. But yeah, maybe it's something in the Packers uni. But I know, like, there was a reason they got rid of him. Like, he was starting to dwindle a little bit. I thought he was, Packers.
Yes.
And like Dallas took the flyer on him. Just, hey, could he have a bounce back year with us? Which I think he did as a third receiver. He did pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah, now he's back with the Packers. Maybe Rodgers was right on that call.
Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. All right. Next up is from Q. Q just simply says you got to cut Benny Snell, though. See, he's talking about Big Ben. Nah. He's talking about Benny Snell. He does Benny, but with the Snell emoji. See, so I get what you're saying. Or maybe he's saying Ben is slow like a snail. But I'm going to go with Benny Snell. That's what he's going with right there. I don't want to cut Benny Snell. I just want Kalen Ballage to get more usage. I don't want to cut it. I don't want to cut Benny, though.
We still got to see McFarland, too.
Yes. I mean, he's not designated to come back just yet. Right now, it's just Banner. So that'd be interesting to see where he's at in terms of his progression of recovery.
So once that happens, it's 3 weeks from that time.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. Where you get to decide. So you don't want to pull it too soon with those guys if they're not ready to go. Yeah.
So Banner maybe sooner rather than later.
Yeah, Banner's the front runner right now because his 3 week clock has already started. Yeah,
and
the other
practiced.
Guys, right? And he already practiced. He practiced last week. Yeah, they didn't give the specifics of how much he was, and we'll obviously ask him in terms of like what that looked like because they didn't give specifics. But he was out there though last week. That was definitely made known. That was public. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yep. So that'd be interesting. Like I said, man, that's coming up real soon, man, because we got about a couple minutes left before we end today's show. Obviously, we'll transition over to the members only part of this thing at 12:20. We do our Zach Banner Tuesday. So like I said, for all the new Upper Room members, you definitely want to make sure you tuned in for that. But we will have another show tomorrow, right? We're right back in this thing, man, because we got to start breaking down and previewing the Steelers and Broncos matchup. But we will finish up some of these chats as well tomorrow as well. So make sure we, get the due diligence with that. But let's see. Do I want to read a couple more? Because we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, we got 7 super chats remaining.
Okay.
If I said we had 5 minutes, you think we could get that done? That's the real question.
Yeah.
Or do we want to? Or is that rushing through them?
I think we could do it.
Yeah, because I don't think all these are bad. Like in terms of like time wise, we won't have to spend too much time. But like Quan Black, for example, he says, "Ben game managing, it won't work." In terms of him settling for the role of being a game manager, but I don't think he necessarily has to be. I just think, I keep saying I sound like a broken record. I feel like less is more, right? Because he can make certain throws. He can do that, but it's when you're asking him to do it too often, that's where he's going to continue to struggle. But in terms of him being a game manager, I don't, because it's hard to game manage with this offense right now because it's not designed to run through like running the ball because our O-line doesn't get consistent movement like it needs to. So that's the only thing that I'm having to disconnect with that though.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Interesting though. I like it. All right. You got any on your end? Where are you looking at?
Black and yellow, Texas Steel. That might be the last one.
That was the last one. All right. We had
wait.
Darnell Harrison.
I'm at Q.
You're at Q. Okay, so you're close then. All right. Darnell Harrison says, Deke, bro.
Let's go,
Get
bro.
it through your skull. No defense is scared of Ben. No play action, no rollouts. Ben can't even step up in the pocket. That is a Ben problem.
I just think it's a different story. Hit those Juju throws. I know you guys say, oh, you got to hit them, but
yeah.
Those are some big plays right there. I think the Packers would think a little bit more about their play calling after that type of stuff. You know what I mean?
I would agree 100%.
So yeah. I don't.
Because
I'm not going there. No.
It's night and day. He hits those throws, man. But we shall see, man. That's the beauty of football. Every week, man, we don't have to speculate. We just get to live in the present, the here and now, man. All right, but Quan Black also says, you said it, Deke. I've been watching for a grip. And this was back when we were talking about the Mason Rudolph situation.
Okay.
Yeah. It happens, man. It's all good. All right, Grayson Brown, we already got to his. Shout out to Grayson for that as well. And then we had Jay Sawyer. He says, anyone we can pick up to help before the deadline. To me, I think Zach Banner, obviously him coming back is going to be big. Geno's another name in terms of that interior part of the D-line. Richard Sherman, obviously he just got signed. Man, he played a lot too. That was crazy. But
we already missed the CJ Henderson trade.
Yeah.
That tight end looks pretty good though, actually. They had him on Thursday night. He made some good catches. He already looked better than Ebron, so maybe they saw something in him.
And then you also have, in terms of O-lineman, we talked about Mitchell Schwartz. He's still available.
Yeah.
And I kill his name every time. He was the center. He started for the Chiefs last year, but now he's a free agent as well. I'm going to butcher it. I want to say it's Austin Redder there because Wyatt Teller is the one in Cleveland. I mixed them two up all the time.
The Mitchell Schwartz thing, probably just have to wait till after Banner comes back. Because if Banner comes back, he's good.
Correct. And Banner is a right tackle and Schwartz is a right tackle. And it's funny, out of all the players yesterday, we thought Joe Haig was all right at right tackle. We thought it was Dan Moore that kind of struggled. Yeah, man. So that's the funny part right now. And Rick Wagner, that's another guy that people are talking about as well that pops up as well, man. So, I mean, we got some options. I know people have brought up Cam Newton as well in terms of if you were looking at quarterback, right? Different quarterbacks that were available. And Deshaun Watson, he's the other guy that people talk about just because, could you trade for him right now? Because he's still been on the active. He's still technically available. So, I mean, it's options, but I don't think the team is necessarily going to do any of that right now. I just don't. I mean, I would hope that they would try to do something like that, but during the season, man, once you get that thing rolling, at times, I mean, and this is the fault, right? You talk about coaches and their belief. The same way we're talking about how much we believe in these players and where our level of trust is with them, of their ability to correct it, or we just think that, hey, they're never going to fix it. Coaches and managers, they deal with that same stuff. So even though us, as we talk about these players, we might be a little bit more, hey, man, let's bring that guy in. Man, we don't care about, let's bring that guy in instead of this guy. Well, you got to remember, the people that are there because those coaches and those management were the ones who vouched for them in the first place. So they're not going to just be as prone to just turn it over on them. Because they always feel like they believe in those guys. They feel like they were right. They think that, hey, man, just give these guys a little bit more time. And for the majority of the time in Pittsburgh, they have been right. but we do know that that's not always the case around the league. So that's the reason why I said I don't think that they're going to make any other drastic changes like that to this roster right now.
So we're at 12:04 right now.
All right, 12:04. I'm going to read these next two. And then after that, man, we will stop this and be up out of here, man.
Cool.
All right, so we had Q once again. He says, anyone know where Pep Hamilton is? We could make him the OC. Now, Pep Hamilton, he's had, he's a high pedigree guy in terms of being an OC, multiple NFL stops and stuff like that. But in terms of Pep, we're not going to do OC coaching style changes during the season. I mean, we don't even fire coaches. Remember, that's like our big thing. So even though I think Pep could bring some spice in here, I want to say he was one of the names that we talked about initially when we were deciding about OCs and stuff like that. But yeah, they're not going to make that move right now. And then we got the homie, D.D. Smalls, a.k.a. David Dupree, saying this: for those calling for Deke's replacement, get out of here with that ish. The role he plays makes the show great. I can respect it. I like how you do, man.
I didn't need the compliments, but
I like how you do.
Thanks.
Man. I like how you do. You hey,
it's all good.
Hey, you a wild boy. This is what we like it, man.
Well, we got one more chat. I think we're all caught up.
You read her then? We out.
Black and yellow, Texas Steel. Haters loving Big Deke energy. Keep watching Big 7 though.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out, bro.
All right. Well, that's how we will finish that thing then, man. And the last two upper rooms that I did have. Strap TRG, welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. And Big Fungus. Shout out to Big Fungus. Welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So upper room members, remember, we're about to stop the show right now at 12:20. We will start our live again for members only. Zach Banner will be on that call with us then. So with that being said, man, we look forward to those new members and the old members, man. Catch you on the flip side. For everybody that was here in today's show, man, we greatly appreciate you being flexible, right? Rocking with us out in the morning on Tuesday. But remember, we will be back on tomorrow, all right? Prime time like we do. I'll have that post up later today and things like that. But with that being said, man, we appreciate y'all. And until next time, baby.
Peace.